From pretty much the present, this is your host, Adam Graham, welcoming you to a week of old-time radio detective podcast from 2013. Because these podcast episodes are quite old, offers and information contained in them are not valid unless they are reflected on our website at greatdetectives.net. Now enjoy a week of podcasts from our archives at the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio. Welcome to the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio. From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham. If you have a comment, please email it to me, box13@greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter at Radio Detectives, and become one of our friends on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Detectives. Well, going to be a bit long on the intro. I've got an important announcement. I want to begin by acknowledging that today is the 95th anniversary of Armistice Day. In the United States, it's celebrated as Veterans Day, and I want to wish a happy Veterans Day to all of our listeners who served in our nation's military. That leads me to an announcement that today also launches another podcast. This one's going to be a limited edition podcast running for about 9 months, and it's called The War. In The War, we're going to play World War II old-time radio. Time has always been a challenge when it's come to the idea of doing additional podcasts. But I feel that the time is right to go ahead and do The War because it's necessary. At this point, we as a world are losing our World War II veterans. I think it's important to honor them while they're here. And next year we'll mark the 70th anniversary of D-Day. So we decided to do this podcast at the suggestion of listener Brian Ashby. Of course, I've got my own spin on it. And we'll be covering a wide variety of different programs, including dramas, news broadcasts, comedies, plays, speeches, and we'll even have a few detective episodes thrown in for good measure. This will be a great podcast for people who enjoy history and want to have a grasp of those times. I think that radio programs provide a great insight into it. We're going to begin this first week talking about a lot of anti-war sentiment, anti-war plays, and radio programs, so you kind of get a feel for where resistance in the United States was prior to war, what people were thinking, because I think that's part of the experience. And I have to admit, some of this anti-war stuff, it's kind of heavy, so it may not be something that most people want to step into right away, but it will be there at thewar.greatdetectives.net. That's The War, one word, .greatdetectives.net. All right, well, we've gone long enough on the opening. Let's get into today's episode of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, The Matter of the Medium Well Done.
From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Hi, Johnny. Pat McCracken at Universal Adjustment Bureau.
Hiya, Patsy. What's on your mind?
Had your fortune told lately?
Nope, and I don't think I want to. The last time it came true.
Oh, what was it?
Well, this Madame Gaga went into a transom or whatever you call it, and...
Oh, trance, boys, if you didn't know.
Yeah, anyhow, she told me I was going to become an insurance investigator, and I've been stuck with it ever since.
Sad. But now, how'd you like to try your hand as a psychic investigator?
Sure. What do I do?
Drop over, will you?
I'm on my way.
Tonight, and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the matter of the medium. Well done. Expense account item 115, taxi to the office of Pat McCracken at Universal. I hadn't seen Pat since he'd ruined my Southern California vacation by insisting I tie it in with the Jolly Roger matter in the Lamar case, where my expense account, for some strange reason, came out to a right nice figure. I've even included the case of VO that I'd sent him for having handed me those investigations. So I didn't know whether he was going to be nice to me or to rub my nose in the dirt. As it turned out, he didn't know either.
I don't quite know whether this is going to be another soft touch for that expense account of yours, or a completely crazy one, or real rough. Tommy Green seems to think the latter, though I don't see why particularly.
Yeah, who's Tommy Green?
Mid-Eastern life down in New York. Oh, but just bill me as usual.
Sure, okay.
Now, Tommy says he's run into this sort of thing before, but not on so big a scale. That's why he's worried about it.
Pat, you still haven't told me what.
Oh, now one of his clients happens to be a sweet young thing named Carol Sharp, 26 or 7, beautiful, badly spoiled.
Love him that way.
What?
Nothing. Go on.
Yes. She lives alone in a swank penthouse in the East 50s down there in New York. Playgirl. Tommy holds a $110,000 policy on her. Straight life.
Beneficiary?
Her family, mother, and a couple of kid brothers.
No father?
No. The others live over in Mauchunk, PA. That's where her father made the dough that keeps her in the penthouse and keeps the others living well in the old family manse.
So, what's the problem? Somebody threatening her life?
I don't know, Johnny. It depends on what you mean by threatening. She's just requested Tommy to change beneficiaries.
What's so unusual about that?
Well, one of them is to be a man named Tony Ricardo for $30,000.
Oh, so she's fallen for the guy and is making the nice gesture.
Maybe. We don't know yet. The other is a so-called medium, Madame Celia something.
I've heard it before. Turn the family fortune over to me and I'll get in touch with dear departed Papa.
That's what it looks like from here. She's being took.
But how can it be any of our business?
Last time Tommy was requested to change a beneficiary to a medium, his hale and hearty young client suddenly turned up dead.
And they pinned it on the medium?
Mm-hmm. Apparently this sort of thing goes on quite a bit. So it has Tommy worried, so he asked for you.
All right, just what's he want me to do?
What do you want to do?
Break out the old crystal ball, Pat, and we'll see. Expense account item 2, transportation, Hartford to New York, and the offices of Mid-Eastern, where Tommy Green turned out to be a mild-mannered, thoroughly likable, successful insurance broker.
Come in, Mr. Dollar. Glad you could make it.
How do, Mr. Green?
Sit down, won't you?
Thanks.
I suppose Pat McCracken's told you what's on my mind.
Only that you think one of your clients is being taken for the proverbial sleigh ride by some spiritualist.
As you no doubt know, Mr. Dollar, spiritualism is a recognized, well-established religion.
Sure, of course.
However, as in any other, there are charlatans. And some of these mediums, as they call themselves, take literally millions of dollars every year from people by trickery, by producing weird manifestations that appear to be genuinely supernatural.
Tommy, I know what you mean.
My own mother took a beating from one of those phonies when I was just a kid. You know, promised messages from father after he died, and at $25 a try.
Wow. No wonder you're suspicious of them.
And especially of one Madame Celia Morgana.
Have you seen this, madam?
No, but I believe you'd better.
Mm-hmm. Have you changed, what's her name, Carol Sharp's policy yet?
No, but I'm afraid I can't stall her much longer.
And you're afraid that once you do change it, Carol ain't going to be long for this world, huh?
It's happened before, Dollar.
Yeah. Well, I can't just barge in on this Madame Morgana, announce that I'm an insurance investigator, and then another... Hey, wait a minute. What's the name of this other beneficiary?
Tony Ricardo.
Yeah, who is he?
All I know is what Carol's told me.
Love affair?
Yeah. He sounds like a playboy. They do a lot of nightclubbing together.
Money?
I don't know.
Family?
I don't know that either.
But he's in for 30 of the 110,000 if anything happens to her.
If we change the policy. How are you going to start?
Well, if this Carol Sharp is all Pat McCracken says she is, this case could have a very pleasant beginning. I stuck around with Tommy Green long enough to listen to him verify what Pat had said about Carol's family, wealth, etc. Take a look at a snapshot of her and get her address. Item 3180, taxi to the Bell Towers at 614 East 52nd Street. A magnificent modern apartment hotel at the edge of the East River. Real swank. The place even had its own private docks with several well-kept cruisers tied up and even a small seaplane. Pat, I warn you, this expense account ain't going to be small.
Yes, may I help you, sir?
Yes, you can. I'd like a small apartment for a few days.
Are you alone, sir?
Yes.
Well, we still have a small 5-room penthouse suite for $1,500 a month.
Huh?
With complete maid service, of course.
Oh, of course.
And on a minimum 1-year lease, of course.
Look, all I want is a bedroom, living room type of thing, and I may be here only a week or so.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm afraid there's nothing we can do for you unless... Tell me, sir, do you have any recommendations from any of our tenants?
Look, I'm an insurance investigator. Here, my card.
Oh.
And I want something as close as possible to Miss Carol Sharp's apartment. But I don't want to have to rob Fort Knox.
Private investigator, did you say?
Yeah, that'll do.
Oh, dear. Surely Miss Sharp can't be in any kind of... I mean, think what it would mean to our reputation, Mr. Dollar.
Stop worrying, will you? She isn't in any kind of trouble. Yet. But for reasons that, they don't particularly concern you, I need to be as close to her as I can.
Ah, what a pleasant thought.
And for the same reason, I don't want her to know what my business here is.
Of course. Believe me, Mr. Dollar, I'm the very soul of discretion.
Good. See that you stay that way. Now, have you got a room or two for me?
Oh, let me see. Now, she's in penthouse A on floor 12. There is a 2-room on 10, very nice, at $325 a week. With complete service, of course.
Okay, I'll take it.
Very well. Just sign this card, please. And, oh, dear, I'm afraid I must have a week in advance.
Oh, sure. What's a measly $325? When the 2 bellboys who carried up my 2 bags at $1 apiece settled me in 1013, I must admit the place looked almost worth a tab. Tastefully furnished, spit and polished clean, and with a plate-glass panorama view of the bustling East River. Yeah, I wish for a moment that I could afford this sort of lodging. First thing I did was telephone to an old pal.
Detective Division, Sergeant Singer.
Hey, look, Sarge. I need a rundown on a dirty crook.
Who's speaking, please?
He's going around acting like an insurance stick, but he's a crook.
Oh, what's his name?
Dollar, Johnny Dollar. And I tell you, that punk is as crooked as they
Don't
come.
go any further. We know all about him. We got word here in New York that we'll put a stake out on him the minute we spot his hideout.
That copper I can give you.
Good, Johnny. Just where you staying?
Hi, you old reprobate. I'm at the Towers, East 52nd.
The tower? Expense account, huh?
How'd you guess? I want to see you.
In exactly 21 minutes, I'll punch the time clock and be over.
Room 1013.
Right. Oh, and be sure it's with soda.
Easy, boy. Give you any encouragement, you'll want to name the brand of scotch. Item 4, 1220. 1 bottle of scotch and setups for 2.
Sure, Johnny. Knew her from when I was doing a nightclub beat.
And she's lived in town for quite a while, huh?
Yeah, a couple of years at least.
How much do you know about her, Randy?
Not much. She's loaded. Throws her money around like it's confetti.
Yeah, I figured that when I found her staying here. Father left it to her.
Coal miner, wasn't he?
Owned a big colliery in Frankville, Pennsylvania, somewhere near Mockchunk.
Well, it must have paid off good in the old days. But tell me, what's... you want to give me a refill?
Yeah, sure. Ever hear of a Madame Celia Morgana?
Ha! I've chased that blousy old phony from one end of the island to the other. I look into the crystal ball, and I see into the past, the present, the future, and into your pocketbook. Yeah, and man, she could. I think she's operating somewhere over on the Jersey side now. Oh,
yeah.
Thanks.
But she's still operating.
Operating with real class. Last time we picked her up and kicked her out.
How do you mean?
Nice apartment over here on the east side. Classy clientele. Hey, is Carol Sharp hooked by her?
Appears so. Just how does she work?
Well, the usual way the phonies do. Goes into a trance, writhes around like a seasick rattlesnake, then gives with the voices.
Voices?
You know, speaks with the tongues of the departed.
Hey, look, where's the money angle in this
Well, she makes like the trances cause her great agony of body and mind. Starts with the pitch about doctor bills. And the more clients can afford, the more they pay.
And they don't get wise?
Yeah, she's smart. Works it like a serial story. You know, continued next week?
No, I don't know. Brief me.
Well, at each seance, she tells them just enough to whet their appetite for more. Leads right up to the next hot bit of information, has them hanging on every word, then bingo, the trance is over. However, if you come back next week when I recover my strength, so they pay her off and they're back a week later to play games with her again.
I don't know. Seems pretty obvious to me.
Well, that's because you've never attended a seance run by an artist at it. Now, why don't you?
I think I will.
I'll see what I can dig up for you.
You mean there are still some going on around town?
Some. Dozens, hundreds, probably. Kick them out of one place, they move to another, unless you can tie a serious rap on them.
Which reminds me, Tommy Green told me...
Yeah, handled that one myself, a Madame Gabor Chernarsky. Got a sweet old man to sign over his fortune, then had him knocked off. Oh, that's a dirty racket.
Yeah, religion, science, the professions, they all leave an open door to the racketeers, I guess. Okay, set up a seance for me, Randy. And meantime...
Yeah?
Run me a make on Tony Ricardo, will you?
Ricardo?
Yeah, he's the other one Carol Sharp wants to name as a beneficiary.
Besides the medium?
Yeah. Beneficiary of a whopping big life policy.
Okay, good, Johnny. I'll call you later.
While I took my time showering and changing clothes, I racked my brain trying to cook up a smooth way to meet Carol Sharp. Under no circumstances did I want her to suspect the reason behind my interest in her, at least not for the present. Requisite number one, then, meet the gal. I was just tying my tie when the phone rang. Johnny Dollar.
Randy, Johnny.
Oh, hi, Rand. Set up a date with a medium?
Yeah, for tonight, but that's not what I'm calling about. Johnny, I could write a book for you.
Huh?
On Tony Ricardo, and I don't think you'd like it. You seen him yet?
No, but I will as soon as I can locate him.
Well, if he finds out what you're working on, he'll locate you.
Fine.
Yeah, just be sure you see him first, and that you're carrying a gun.
Thanks, Randy. Johnny Dollar.
Randy Singer at headquarters, Johnny.
Oh, hi. More information on Tony Ricardo?
Only what I told you before. Look out for him.
Randy, that doesn't sound like anybody that a gal like Carol Sharp would be associated with.
Who knows? For a cut of her money, most anybody'd be willing to act like a nice old coot. Till he got his hands on it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But now I thought you were going to set up a seance for me. Or couldn't you find a crystal ball?
I'm working on it. I'll call you.
Yeah, do that. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar, location New York City, to the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the matter of the medium. Well done. Three people to look up immediately. First, Carol Sharp, wealthy heiress who insisted on a funny change in the beneficiaries of a whopping big life insurance policy. Second, a questionable character named Tony Ricardo, who was scheduled to be one of those beneficiaries. Third, in the same category as Tony, one Madame Celia Morgana, a self-styled psychic medium. Instead, I huddled with Tommy Green, the broker who handled Carol Sharp's policy.
But you haven't even seen Carol yet?
Nope.
Johnny, I can't stall off changing the beneficiaries of her policy much longer. You've got to do something about this.
Because you don't like mediums?
This one is a fake.
Or you don't like playboys with foreign names?
Listen, Johnny, I'm afraid that once she names them in her policy, her body will suddenly turn up floating around somewhere in the East River.
But what if I find they're okay? In spite of the opinion of Sergeant Singer of the NYPD.
What did he say?
Oh, not much. But he hinted that when I meet Ricardo, I'd better be carrying a gun.
Well, don't you see? That's exactly what I'm driving at.
As for the medium, well, Tommy, you know as well as I do, there are a lot of perfectly legitimate, honest spiritualist churches all over the country.
Believe me, Johnny, if this one ever saw the inside of a church, it'd be a miracle. She's a fraud.
How do you know? Ever met her?
I know how these phonies operate.
Ever met her?
No, I haven't. I haven't the least idea where to look for her. That's why I sent for you. But you haven't even seen Carol yet. Now, look.
Tommy, I've taken a place in her apartment hotel, the Bell Towers.
Oh, you expense account boys.
And I'll meet her as soon as I can, in my own way. Meanwhile, I want you to do something for me.
It'll help to get things moving, anything.
Find out some more about the beneficiary she wants to cut off.
Her mother and two brothers out in Mauchunk, Pennsylvania.
Find out how they're doing financially, among other things.
How, Johnny? Hire another investigator? Take it that you don't want them to know about it.
Well, why don't you cook up some kind of a news item about Carol, the local girl in the big city, and phone it into the local newspaper editor. Those small-town papers love that sort of stuff, and the editor will probably talk his head off about the family if you encourage him a bit.
What kind of a news item?
Oh, anything that's harmless.
Sounds like something you'd be better at than I am.
Tommy, I've got other things to do. Plenty. Armed with the snapshot of Carol, I took a cab to the Bell Towers. And I hoped that somehow, and without making it too corny or obvious, I could figure a way to get next to Carol Sharp. As it turned out, it was both corny and successful. You see, the automatic elevator in the towers is a slow one.
Will you push the button for 12, please?
Oh, surely, miss. I'm only going to the...
What's the matter?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Here, I'll push
No,
it.
no.
I beg your pardon.
I'm sorry, but I can't believe this. Unless I'm psychic.
Now, look, mister, this city is too big and sophisticated for... Is something wrong with you? You did want to get off on the 10th floor, didn't you?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Well, we're here. Floor 10, so... Mister, did somebody hypnotize you?
Yes. No. Oh, please, miss, excuse me. It's just that I can't believe... Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Well, when I was a kid, I used to have a dream over and over again about a beautiful girl, and her name was Carol.
What?
The same dream over and over, and it startled me just now because you look just like she did. Oh, but it's all nonsense, and I know it, and I apologize.
Carol, did you say?
Yes, but it was just a dream, and probably I just imagined that you resemble her, and I'm terribly sorry. I know what this must look like to you.
Yes. Like a veridical dream.
What?
A truth dream. It's a psychic phenomenon.
Oh, that. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't believe in that sort of stuff.
Oh? Well, it just happens that there are thousands of cases on record, and by people of reputation and responsibility.
Oh, sure. But now, excuse me, and again, I want to apologize for this embarrassing moment. Goodbye. I could see over my shoulder that she left the elevator door open until I'd gone into my suite across the hall. I sat down next to the broad window overlooking the East River, crossed my fingers, and waited. 10 minutes. 15. Hello?
Mr. Dollar?
Yes, who's that?
This is Carol.
What?
Your dream girl? Hello?
Oh, I get it. I made a fool of myself in the elevator, and now you're rubbing it in.
No, I didn't mean it that way. I hope you don't think I'm being forward, but I'd like to talk with you. About your dream, I mean. What's that mean?
And I was afraid you thought I was trying to pull a fast one in the elevator. But, how did you know who I am?
I just asked the desk clerk who was in 1013. My name is Carol Sharp.
Then it really is Carol. Well, that's amazing.
That's why I want to talk to you.
Well, there's a nice cocktail lounge downstairs.
In half an hour?
In half an hour.
Bye.
Dollar, you are a fast one. Now, let me see. Johnny Dollar.
Randy Singer.
Yeah, I want to know.
Well, what's the matter?
After what I've been talking to, this is a come down.
Now, what are you... Oh, you met Carol Sharp,
Sure
huh?
did.
Oh, look, I've set up the seance I promised you. Still want it now that you've met the girl?
Sure. I want to find out what this stuff is all about, how those people operate and so on. Want to pick me up here at the towers?
Why don't you meet me here at headquarters, and you can look over the file on Tony Ricardo.
Good idea.
I'll be clear any time after 6.
Better make it around 7. I've got a date for cocktails.
Are you in town on a case, or...
With Carol Sharp.
Lucky dog. See you later.
To say that Carol looked like a vision when she swept into the cocktail lounge would have been a gross understatement. Her light blue cocktail gown was probably from Hattie Carnegie, but its lines were simple in the extreme, and it only served to accentuate the fresh, lithe figure and the natural beauty of the girl. Her blonde hair was drawn back tightly, and a silver blooming stole was draped carelessly over her shoulder. If I'd put on an act when I stared at her in the elevator, believe me, this was no act now.
I hope you don't think me too brazen for having called you the way I did.
You have no idea how glad I am. Will this be all right?
Oh, fine. Thank you.
I was afraid after that episode in the elevator you might have thought I was just some lonely bachelor trying to find a date.
Are you a bachelor?
I confirmed.
Well, you just haven't met the right girl.
Well, there are times like this when I think perhaps the...
Your order, sir?
Oh, sure, point killer. Carol?
Sherry and bitters, please.
Sherry and bitters and VO over ice.
Thank you, sir.
Be honest with me. Do I really look like the girl you used to dream about when you were a little boy? Or did you dream about a little girl your own age who just happened to bear some resemblance to me?
Well, no. No, you see...
That's very important. You see, if it really was a veridical dream... Well, you see, the phenomenon of precognition would be involved, too, so to speak.
Precog?
Yes, you're now knowing me psychically before you could possibly know about me by any natural means. Where have you lived most of your life?
Oh, all over. Here in New York, Hartford, Connecticut.
Eastern Pennsylvania?
Oh, never, except for an occasional trip to Philadelphia. But that wasn't until I was grown up.
Well, then you couldn't possibly have ever actually seen me, because all my life I've lived in Pennsylvania, in the coal mining district.
Well,
So your dreams of me must have been due to some supernatural cause. There's
Carol.
no other explanation. Well, is there?
Carol, I...
Carrying bitters for the lady and...
Yeah, thanks. I'll sign that. Saved by the bell, or rather by the waiter. I'm afraid I came awfully close to admitting to Carol that I'd trumped up the whole dream business just to meet her and talk with her. She was certainly hep on the subject of things psychic, and I'm afraid a natural sucker for anyone who wanted to capitalize on her gullibility. Beautiful, intelligent, well-educated, but, well, you'll see what I mean.
And although it's a terrible strain on her, these deep trances, I've received messages through her, Johnny, from my father.
Through this medium?
Yes, Madame Morgana.
And your father's dead?
He died 3 years ago.
Carol, are you sure about those messages?
Yes, Johnny, I'm sure. That's why I want you to go and see. See these things for yourself, will you? Will you go to her with me?
Now, don't swing at me, but at this point, I think I'd go anywhere with you.
Johnny, I'm serious. I want to tell her about you anyway, and the veridical dreams.
Well, all right. When?
I'll call her tonight, and perhaps we can see her tomorrow night, all right?
Yeah. Carol, I don't want to seem suspicious, but,
Yes?
don't tell her anything about me, except that you're bringing me along.
Oh, no. No, of course not. She wouldn't let me anyway. That's the way the fraudulent mediums work.
Oh? There are frauds among them?
Oh, plenty of them. You know, they get the information from some mutual friend and pretend they're getting it from a supernatural source.
And she doesn't.
I'm sure of it.
So far, so good. I'd met Carol Sharp. I'd convinced her in a snide sort of way that I was intrigued with this psychic phenomena business. I was well on the way to meeting the medium who had sparked this whole case. And later tonight, thanks to Sergeant Randy Singer of the NYPD, I'd attend a seance calculated to be my first step in finding out how the phonies in the racket impress their customers. There was just one more person to meet, Tony Ricardo, whom Carol wanted to name, along with the medium, as beneficiary of her big insurance policy. By the time Carol and I finished cocktails, I was sorry I'd made any plans for the evening. But I was already late for my meeting with Randy at headquarters. I took Carol back to her penthouse and then dropped into my own suite to pick up a topcoat. Somebody had shoved a note under my door.
Mr. Johnny Dollar, if you value your life, you'll stay away from Carol Sharp.
It was unsigned.
Now, here's our star to tell you about tomorrow's intriguing episode of this week's story.
Tomorrow, I find out a thing or two about a killer and about a medium not so well done. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. It is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote tonight's story. Be sure to join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for the next exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.
Welcome back. It was somewhat interesting on this episode to note this sort of disclosure about legitimate spiritualist churches that are that's worked into the script at least once, and it continues to be to do that throughout the script. And it's a somewhat interesting quirk with CBS programs at this point. This is, of course, broadcast in 1956, and it's safe to say that a lot of earlier programs would not have had this sort of disclosure. This one worked into the plot, having at least one character, and in the first one it was Pat McCracken, and the second one it's Johnny Dollar, raising this identical point. And there would occasionally be these disclosures. There's an episode of Suspense featuring an unethical psychologist, and they actually, the producer of the show actually comes in to talk about how psychology is generally beneficial. So these sort of disclaimers to avoid offending people were kind of a feature of some of the late 50s, early 60s CBS radio programs. Probably in a prior area, if they thought it might offend a large group of people, they might not even broadcast it. One story of when comedian Fred Allen kind of bumped heads with the network, he actually had to remove a part of the script where Portland Hoffa, his wife, said she wasted time at the rodeo lest they offend rodeo fans. My, how times change. All right, listener comments and feedback. Dwight offers some praise for the Callicles matter. This one has many twists, but not the obvious writer ploys. One of the finest stories. Well, I would definitely agree that this one had some... that one had some very interesting features. All right, well, the matter of the medium well done continues on Wednesday. Well, before we get started, I want to let you know that today's program is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. Thanks so much for your support. And you can support the show at support.greatdetectives.net. Also, I want to encourage you to check out our new podcast, The War, at thewar.greatdetectives.net with World War II podcast. I do want to go ahead and get into today's program. This one is called Never Judge a Book by Its Cover. And let's go ahead and take a listen.
The Amazing Mr. Malone.
Operator, get me the office of John J. Malone.
The National Broadcasting Company presents The Amazing Mr. Malone, an exciting half hour of mystery starring George Petrie as the lawyer whose practice before every type of bar has become a legend. Our locale is the city of Chicago, the time, the present, and the hero of these weekly adventures, the amazing Mr. Malone.
Malone's the name, John J. Malone, attorney and counselor at law. Tonight in our study of the cliché, let's examine the oldie, never judge a book by its cover. As Exhibit A, I give you Richie Holland. Mr. Holland is the good-looking boy behind the desk in 427 of the Wentworth building. To watch him check his gun, you'd think he was auditioning for the part of a private detective in some movie thriller. He certainly looks the type, which is surprising. That's exactly what he is.
Yeah.
You Richie Holland?
That's right.
I got a friend who wants to see you, sweetheart.
Well?
Suppose you put away the pop gun first, huh?
You think that'd scare him?
Yeah, his mother was once frightened by a wedding.
Yeah, that's very funny. I must remember that.
I'll write it down so you won't forget.
You do that.
All right, Fred.
Everything okay, Sandy?
Everything's okay. Holland, this is Mr. Fontaine.
Hello, Holland. Sit down. All right, Sandy. Wait outside.
Hey, don't you think I better
said wait outside.
Anything you say, sweetheart. If you want me, just yell.
I'll try to remember. Nice boy. Somebody ask you? No. Suppose you keep your mouth shut. I'll look. Maybe you'd better take a look first. What are your rates? I get $40 a day plus expenses. I'll pay you $100 with $1,000 in advance. You interested? No, am. I'm looking for a girl named Connie Burton. Why? If I'm willing to shell out this kind of money, I must have a reason. Yeah, but you'd rather not tell it to me. Obviously. What did you say her name was again? Connie Burton. Connie Burton. Got a description? I can do better than that. Here's a picture. Wow. This is business, Mr. Holland. Well, it could be pleasure, too. Not going to be.
With all my heart, Connie. So, you know, that's very pretty sentiment.
You think you can find her for me?
Sure she's here in Chicago?
I'm positive. She came here from Boston a year ago.
Well, then I'll find her. Where can I reach you when I do?
There's no telling. I like to be on the move, but don't worry, Holland. I'll keep in touch. That you can depend on.
That you, Richie?
Yeah, it's...
You don't realize what time it is. I've been waiting with dinner for 3 hours.
It must be pretty cold by now.
That's not funny. This is the 4th time this week. Where have you been?
Working?
So that's the new name for it.
Look, June, I've had a tough day. Would you mind very much if we dispense with the arguments for one night?
I bet she never argues with you.
Who never argues with me?
That girl.
Look, June, there is no girl. I told you I'm working on a case.
Then why didn't you phone me? Or were the wires down?
Where's the paper?
Richie, I'm talking to you.
Well, fortunately, I can't hear you.
You'll hear plenty before I'm through. Is this the girl?
Where did you get that picture?
I found it in one of your suits, and I love the inscription. With all my heart, Connie.
It's not what you think.
It never is. Well, you can tell her that the next time I see her,
I'll
make
the
it...
next time?
I know where she lives.
What?
You thought you put one over on me, didn't you?
What do you mean you know where she lives?
Let me go.
Well?
I saw her in Marshall Fields on Tuesday, and I followed her. Oh, you two are real clever.
What are you babbling about?
She must have thought that by bleaching her hair and going under the name of Lila Grayson, I wouldn't be suspicious.
Oh, you're crazy.
I suppose she doesn't live at the Beverly.
You saw this
yes,
girl?
I did.
And she's living at the Beverly?
You're not fooling me with this act. Richie, where are you going? Richie! Hello?
Is that you, Connie?
What? What did you call me?
Isn't this Connie Burton?
No. No, you've got the wrong number. My name is Lila Grayson.
Well, then I guess you wouldn't be interested in my message. Sorry if I...
Wait a minute. Who are you?
What difference does it make?
Well, I just thought that I recognized your voice.
My name is Richie Holland.
Oh, well, assuming that I was Connie Burton, what's the message?
A couple of your friends looking for you.
Who?
Fred Fontaine, boy named Sandy.
Why are you telling me this?
Well, darned if I know. But I once saw a picture of you, and it did something to me.
Look, if this is a trap,
Would I phone ahead and warn you? I'd like to be your friend.
I could sure use one.
Consider me a volunteer. Can I drop around?
How does 10 o'clock tonight suit you?
Suits me fine. I'll be seeing you, girl. Take care of yourself till then.
I hate to heckle, Mr. Holland, but that was a red light you just passed.
Would you do me a favor?
What?
You call me Richie?
All right.
No. Go on. Say it.
Richie. How's that?
It sounded just the way I thought it would.
I don't understand you.
I don't understand myself. You mind if we park?
Not if you want to. Well?
No, I liked your hair better the other way.
What?
You know, the way it was in the picture before you bleached it.
I hope you realize you're not making sense.
Mm-hmm. Nobody knows that better than I do. Listen, Connie, I'm a private detective.
I see.
A week ago, 2 boys came into my office.
Fontaine and Sandy.
Yeah. They wanted me to locate you.
And you did.
No, that was a fluke. See, June saw your picture and remembered running into your field. She followed you to the Beverly.
Who's June?
My wife.
She must be a real help to you in your work.
No, she was just jealous. She had reason to be.
What do you mean?
Well, why do you think I called you without notifying Fontaine?
Maybe you wanted to check first.
No. Look, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I fell for you.
You what?
First time I saw your picture. Pretty ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah, things like that just don't happen in real life.
As I said before, you're not making sense.
I know that. I'm all mixed up.
Well, what do you intend to do?
Well, I want to go on singing.
And what about Fontaine?
That doesn't worry me.
Well, it worries me.
Oh, don't let it. Don't let anything bother you.
No, Richie, don't. Don't, please.
Well?
Funny you saying you're all mixed up.
Why?
Because I think I'm going to be in the same boat. Move over, darling, and make room.
Come in.
Oh, sweetheart.
Well, this is a surprise.
We meant it to be.
We?
Mr. Fontaine is here, too.
Oh.
All right, Fred.
Hello, Holland.
How are you?
Sandy and I were in the neighborhood, so we thought we'd drop by.
It's very nice of you.
Mind if we sit down?
Well, help yourself.
Well, what's the story?
Story?
On the assignment I gave you.
Oh, well, I've been running into bad luck, Fontaine. I haven't been able to find the girl.
It's been 6 weeks.
Time sure does fly.
Don't it?
Well, I'm sorry to let you boys down.
I don't think you did, Richie.
Come again?
You remember our deal?
Certainly.
You were to get $100 a day plus expenses.
So?
So, outside of that original 1,000 I gave you, you haven't asked for any more. That's not in character.
Why not?
Well, I pride myself on being a good judge of human nature. And I'd say you had a large streak of larceny in your makeup.
Really?
Really. And I can't figure out any reason why you'd miss an opportunity to clip me unless...
Unless what?
You found Connie Burton.
Well, then why wouldn't I tell you?
Because you're real clever. Where is she, Helen?
I have no idea.
What do you think, Sandy?
Well, if you want my humble opinion, I'd say he was lying.
That's my opinion, too.
You want me to try coaxing him?
Please.
Listen, you big lug, you put a finger on me.
No, you don't. Oh. Sweetheart was reaching for his pop gun, huh? That's not nice.
You don't get out of here.
No, what? You no good, dirty bum.
Where is she, Richie?
What do you think I'd tell you now?
All right, Sandy. Carry on.
Come on, sweetheart. Talk! I said talk! Well, what do you say? Drop dead. Okay, sweetheart. I'm glad you don't give in too easy. Because that's just how I get my kicks. And tonight I'm really gonna live.
Just a second. Yes?
Hello, Connie.
Who are you?
That's a very good question. But in the final analysis, who is anybody?
Are you crazy?
You're too literal-minded. Me? I'm a philosopher. Did you ever read Nietzsche or Schopenhauer?
Listen, you.
Oh. Oh, isn't that silly? How are you going to find the time?
What's the idea of the gun?
I wish you wouldn't take this personally, Connie. Believe me, I've got nothing against
Who
you.
are you?
Well, if you've got to call me something, try Harry.
I don't know you.
Does anybody know anybody else? Hard enough to know yourself. As Spengler once wrote...
Who put you up to this?
Oh, now, you're not listening to me, Connie. You're like all the...
Who put you up to this?
See, you're obsessed with your own petty problem. But if you analyze any problem, the solution is perfectly simple. In your case, a mere tightening of the finger.
No!
See how simple it was? Now you can sleep, Connie. Your problems are over.
Just one of those things, just one of those crazy things, one of those bells that now and then rings, just one of those things. It was just one of those It's funny. It was just one of those things, just one of those crazy things. I must be in the wrong office. Uh-huh. Hello?
You, Malone?
Who's this, Lieutenant Brooks?
Yeah.
I'm glad you called, Lieutenant. The darndest things happened. Just a second ago, I walked into the office singing just one of those things.
And there was no one there.
Ain't it amazing?
You were 15 minutes late, Counselor.
What do you mean?
Well, that's when we picked up a little lady who was waiting for you.
Who?
Her name is June Holland.
June Holland?
Yeah. Where inclined to think she's responsible for the murder of one Lila Grayson, alias Connie Burton.
And this June Holland wants me to represent her?
Yeah, so it figures she must be innocent.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe this is our week to amaze you. Come on down, Malone. We're waiting.
You're listening to The Amazing Mr. Malone.
It's the Silver Jubilee on NBC. Here's a special program note on NBC's lineup of top adventure shows. This Sunday evening, 4 outstanding mystery features are yours over NBC. Starting with Tom Conway as the debonair gentleman adventurer Simon Templar, alias the Saint. Then Lloyd Nolan, one of the nation's most popular screen actors, is featured as Martin Kane, Private Eye. Next, the second broadcast in a new series starring Carlton Young in the double role of Philip Galt and The Whisperer. Later in the evening, we travel to the Orient to join forces with Mr. Moto. Yes, for the best in Sunday evening listening pleasure, tune to NBC for Tom Conway as the Saint, screen actor Lloyd Nolan featured as Martin Kane, Private Eye, Carlton Young as The Whisperer, and Adventures in the Troubled Lands of the Far East with Mr. Moto. And now back to the amazing Mr. Malone.
And that's where I got into the act. 2 hours and 47 minutes after the murder of Connie Burton, I was down at headquarters. As I walked over from my office, I made an interesting discovery. The path from my door leading to the Homicide Bureau was an inch lower than the adjacent territory. I was in a rut.
Well, as I live and breathe.
That's what amazes me, Lieutenant.
What?
Why you live and breathe.
Oh, that's a splendid one.
Where's my client?
Oh, wouldn't you care to pass a few pleasantries with me?
Where's June Holland?
Oh, I guess I don't have it for you anymore. Sussman. Did someone mention my name?
Mr. Malone would like to see his client.
His slightest wish is my command.
Have you boys ever considered radio as a career?
Well, we're working on an act, but we're stuck for a name.
Why'd you call it the Bob Hope Show?
Oh, you heard that somewhere.
And shut off that teletype.
Well, as long as you ask so nicely.
Where is he?
Right here, Mrs. Holland.
Are you Malone?
Don't answer that, Counselor. It might tend to incriminate and degrade you.
Don't mind him, Mrs. Holland. His mother was frightened by the happiness boy. Sit down. Now, what do you know about this Connie Burton?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I suppose you didn't know that your husband was running around with her.
It's a lie. It's his business with Richie. He was hired to find her.
What do you mean he was hired to find her?
He's a private detective.
What do you got to say to that, Lieutenant?
Oh, it was hardly business. You see, her husband was seeing this Connie for over a month. Right after they met, he made a move from the Beverly to the Marvin.
That's not true.
Then why were you around the Beverly checking on her?
Because I was just trying to help Richie.
Despite the fact that he moved out on you 4 weeks ago?
Well, I didn't kill her. I never handled a gun in my life.
That's possible.
Well, you mean she hired a torpedo for the job?
Yeah.
You got a line on him?
Give us time.
Meanwhile, you expect my client to sit here.
If you have no objection.
I've got 100, but I don't think they'll do me any good. Well, sit tight, Mrs. Holland. I'll get you dispossessed as soon as I can.
Yeah.
I'm looking for... Hey, what happened to you?
Forgot to mind my own business.
Oh.
Maybe a moral on that for you.
I can't see where. You Richie Holland?
What if I am?
I'm glad to know you. My name's John J. Malone.
Well?
I'm representing your wife.
What for?
Didn't you know the cops are holding her for murder?
What are you mumbling about?
A girl named Connie Burton was knocked off tonight.
What did you say?
Hey, easy, fella. You're ruining the drape.
I asked you something, Malone.
Obviously, the police haven't been here yet.
What did you say about Connie?
She was murdered.
And I must have told her.
You must have told who what?
None of your business. Where is she?
Your wife?
No, Connie.
Well, just where you might expect.
I gotta see her.
Now, wait a minute, Holland. Your wife is in a spot. The police think she was behind the kill.
Crazy. I know who did it.
Who?
Never mind. Handle it my own way.
They call it your way murder.
Is that what they call it?
The last I heard.
Well, you shouldn't complain. You may get another case out of this yet. See what you can do for us on a family rate.
Did you see tonight's paper, Fontaine?
No, I haven't, Sandy.
There's a wonderful story on the front page. I mean wonderful. With the short, it appeals to you.
And it certainly does to you.
Yeah, you betcha. Seems a little girl named Connie Burton was shot and killed last night.
Let's see that.
Connie Burton. Haven't I heard that name before?
I wouldn't know.
I'm probably confusing it with two other girls. Anyway, they're holding the wife of a private dick named Richie Holland for the murder.
This may come as a shock to you, Sandy, but I know how to read.
Well, I didn't want you to strain yourself. Seems this June Holland was just... Who's that?
Get behind the door.
I got you.
Just a moment.
Hello, Fontaine.
All I can say, Holland, is your recuperative powers must be tremendous.
They are.
Sandy will be awfully disappointed in himself. What can I do for you?
I just wanted to check something. Did I tell you where to find Connie before I passed out?
What do you think?
I'm asking the questions now.
Put away that gun, Richie. Might give people wrong ideas.
Yeah, who, for example?
For example, me.
What?
No, as you were, sweetheart. Just drop the cannon. Would you be kind enough to dispose of that, Mr. Fontaine?
Gladly.
Hey, you made a field goal.
Now listen, you guys.
Take it easy, sweetheart. We'll get back to you. What do you suggest?
Well, he's pretty persistent. Let's dream up something very special for the boy. Something that will really discourage him.
Hey, I got an idea.
Well, suppose you illustrate on Mr. Holland. He's all yours, Sandy.
Hello?
Well, let me talk to John J. Malone.
You're mumbling, boy. Speak up.
I want to talk to John J. Malone.
Who is this?
It's Richie Holland.
You sound like you had another accident.
Listen, Malone. I'll tell you who killed Connie.
Who?
A couple of boys named Fred Fontaine, Sandy Oppenheim.
You must be mistaken.
I tell you, they killed her. Hired me to find her, and when I wouldn't spill, they beat it out of me.
What do they want with her?
I don't know. She came here from Boston a year ago, and then...
Hello, Holland. Holland.
Amazing. Simply amazing the way that man recuperates.
I must be losing my touch. I figured he'd be out for at least another couple hours.
Is it all right with you girls if I hang up now?
Why, of course, Mr. Malone. You followed instructions beautifully.
You thought you were responsible for Connie's murder.
The man's obviously a psychopath. Now, look, Malone, I've got a proposition for you.
Let's hear it.
He'll cut you in for 10%.
How much does that mean in dollars and cents?
Don't you know long division?
Never even heard of her.
You know something, Fred? I think we're wasting our time. I don't think he knows anything about Connie.
I'm inclined to agree with you, Sandy. I'm sorry if we inconvenienced you, Mr. Malone.
Now, wait a minute, boys. You can't walk off like that.
He's right, Fred. I forgot something. Thanks for reminding me, sweetheart. I'm much obliged.
You're listening to The Amazing Mr. Malone. Independence Day last Wednesday was celebrated as a day of rededication to the principles upon which our country was founded. Each of us can play a part in this year of rededication to the principles of our founding fathers by taking several important steps. The success of the activity will depend on, first, a more active participation by citizens in the affairs of the nation, state, and community. Second, an increased awareness of our individual rights and liberties. Third, an augmented pride in America's past and its accomplishments. And fourth, a wider recognition of the importance of making this country an example to the world of the strength and effectiveness of our own form of government. And now, back to the amazing Mr. Malone.
Well, that's what I get for using my head. It never fails. After Sandy threw me that kiss, I took off for Cloud 16. It's lovely up there this time of the year. There are 20 beautiful maidens for every man, and I'm the only man allowed. And then someone went and yanked my cloud from under me.
All right, Malone, time to wake up. Come on.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I wish I had my camera here. I'd love to have a picture of this.
Oh. What happened?
Well, you tell me. You were here.
I'm not so sure.
Oh, my head. Oh, it's real pretty. Who does your makeup?
Shut up.
No, I mean it. That streak of red running through your hair gives you a certain, je ne sais quoi.
That's French, you know.
Stop showing off your education.
Actually, I never got out of kindergarten.
Well, I guess this ought to convince you.
Convince me of what?
That June Holland didn't kill Connie Burton.
Now, what's one thing got to do with another?
What do you think Fontaine and his boy went to work on me?
Which Fontaine is that, Fred?
Yeah, you know him?
Not as well as I'd like to. He's a Boston product.
What do you know about a Sandy Oppenheim?
Well, it's rumored that he's been associated with Fontaine in several banking ventures.
Well, there was at least one other member in the firm.
Who?
Connie Burton.
You're crazy.
Listen, Lieutenant, they came to Chicago expressly to find her.
And it's your contention they did?
Definitely. Pick 'em up and pick up Richie Holland.
Anything else you'd like?
Well, while you're at it, you might as well pick me up, too. I'm not doing anybody any good on this floor. Hey, sweetheart.
Me?
Yeah. How long do you intend to keep us here?
I really don't know.
Now, look, sweetheart.
That's enough, Sandy. You don't hear Mr. Holland complaining.
I never do, Fontaine.
That's what I admire about you. You always take your medicine like the little man you are.
Then why don't
All
you...
right, hold it, Holland. That'll do. Open him up, Sussman.
Hi, Hank.
Hello, Counselor. Hey, what's the idea with the towel on your head?
I'm doing a mind-reading act at the Orpheum.
Everybody here? Everybody but Mrs. Holland. Well, suppose you get it. Aye, sir. I think you gentlemen all know Mr. Malone.
Sure. Hello, boys.
My, it's awfully quiet all of a sudden.
What's the matter, Fontaine? Don't you remember me?
I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Sure you did. You and your friend were up to see me this afternoon.
You remember that, Sandy?
Hey, you can't prove it by me. That's understandable. I've changed a little since then.
Look, Lieutenant, I got a headache of my own. Do I have to sit through this?
How about it, Counselor?
All right, Holland. In deference to you, we'll make it short and sweet. You all know why we're here.
I don't.
Okay, Fontaine, we'll take it from the beginning. We're here to find out who is responsible for the murder of Connie Burton.
According to the paper I read, it was a lady named June Holland.
That was just enemy propaganda.
Then suppose you tell us the truth, sweetheart.
All right, Sandy. Connie Burton came to this town a year ago from Boston.
That's the place that's noted for its beans, isn't
It has a more recent claim to fame. About 14 months ago, 7 men entered a bank messenger company there and waltzed off with close to $1.5 million in cash.
Hey, remember that, Frank?
Vaguely. Seems to me they never caught the culprit.
You ought to know.
Why?
Because I got a hunch you were the brain behind that operation.
Thanks for the compliment.
Well, that's all you're going to get out of it.
What do you mean?
You had a girlfriend named Connie Burton. You slipped her the loot, and she was supposed to meet you later so the mob could divvy up. Instead, she took off for Chicago.
That's very interesting.
It gets better as it goes along, because that's where Richie comes in.
What kind of a crack is that?
They hired you to find Connie, didn't they?
So?
So you held out on him. Why?
Well, not that it's any of your business, but I went for the girl.
Tell me something, Holland. What did she have that got you? I mean, besides all the money.
How's that?
Well, the money is why you had her killed, wasn't it?
Look, Malone, I don't like those kind of...
Neither do I, Richie. Somehow I can't see anything funny in murder, but then I've got no sense of humor. Okay, Lieutenant, he's all yours.
All right, Malone. You've played with that coffee long enough. Let's have it.
You mean we have to go through this same routine again?
Why should this night be different from all other nights?
Well, it's perfectly simple, Lieutenant. Richie Holland killed Connie. He was the one who hired that torpedo.
Oh? How do you know?
He told you where to find the boy, didn't he?
Yeah, it was a guy named Harold Sherman, a philosopher type fella. Yeah, but tell me something, Malone. Why did Holland go back to look up Fontaine?
That was just an act. He thought that way he'd remove suspicion from himself, and he did.
How's for a little proof?
Well, who else knew where to find Connie?
How about your client, Mrs. Holland?
Nope. Remember, Richie moved Connie from the Beverly right after he met her.
Now, what about Fontaine and Sandy?
Holland never told them. He pretended to pass out. As soon as they left, he called his friend Harold and gave him his orders. Fontaine never would have killed her.
Why not? You claim she double-crossed him with that loot.
Sure. That's why they had to keep her alive if they wanted to recover it.
What makes you think they didn't?
Because they came to me later with an offer of a split.
They thought you had all that dough?
Uh-huh.
But you're sure Holland got it.
Well, doesn't he admit it now?
No.
You mean you haven't recovered that $1.5 million?
And it looks like we never will.
What's the matter with that, Holland? Doesn't he know you can't take it with you?
You know, I told him that. You know what he said?
What?
If he can't take it with him, he ain't going.
Let me talk to him, Lieutenant.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Because you're just amazing enough to figure out how he could manage it. Good night, Malone.
Ever hear the story of the Dixieland Band? The boy on trumpet was especially good. He got hot at a party one night and blasted himself clear out of this world. Yeah. He was dynamite. I'll tell you all about him next week, so why not pick me up at my office at the same time? I'll be waiting for you. Good night.
George Petrie was starred as John J. Malone, with Larry Haynes as Lieutenant Brooks. Our program is written by Eugene Wang and directed by Richard Lewis. The Amazing Mr. Malone is based on a famous character created by Craig Rice and produced by Bernard L. Schubert. The events and characters in the story were entirely fictional, and any resemblance to persons living or dead is entirely coincidental. Fred Collins speaking. The Amazing Mr. Malone has come to you from New York. Stay tuned for The Man Called X over most NBC stations.
Welcome back. Well, Mr. Malone takes a beating in that episode. It's not the only one. But we're still left with a mystery, though. I don't think it'll be one that'll haunt us long as to what happened to that money. Anyway, we do turn now to listener comments and feedback. And we have this item here from over on our Facebook page. That's at facebook.com/Radio Detectives. Gypsy comments, I finally found this Facebook page. I've been listening to your podcast for 2 years now. It is a nightly ritual before bed. It reminds me of when I was a kid and Mom would turn on the radio to get me to go to sleep. I love the show. Well, thanks so much, Gypsy. Glad you're listening to the show, and I encourage you to keep on listening. I really appreciate it. All right, well, that will do it for today. We will be back on Wednesday, with yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and then join us back here on Tuesday for another episode of The Amazing Mr. Malone. Well, before we get started, I want to encourage you, as you're making your travel plans, remember to go to JohnnyDollarAir.com. JohnnyDollarAir.com is powered by Priceline, so you can either name your own price on hotels, rental cars, airline tickets, and even more, or you can choose from several published fares. However, with JohnnyDollarAir.com, if you make your purchase there, part of your purchase price goes to support the show. No additional cost to you. So just remember, JohnnyDollarAir.com. Well, now it's time for us to get into the matter of the medium well done, Part 3 and Part 4.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
This is Tony Ricardo.
Oh, I've been hoping to get in touch with you.
Did you receive my note?
Was that your polite threat to kill me if I don't leave Carol Sharp alone? Yeah, I received it. And I have a sneaking suspicion the police department might be interested in it.
No. Oh, please, I guess I acted a bit hastily. Perhaps you'll let me talk to you.
You want to take the threat back?
That still stands.
Then you don't leave me much choice.
Talk to me first. Believe me, you won't be sorry.
But I might be dead. Is that it?
I want to see you.
Can't do it now, but where can I reach you?
Sunrise 3, 9970.
Okay. Meantime, don't get trigger happy.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar, location New York City, to the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the matter of the medium. Well done. Expense account item 7, 85 cents. Cab fare from the Bell Towers to the 18th Precinct Station and Sergeant Randy Singer.
So, you met Carol Sharp, huh?
Yep. I put on an act that would have done credit to the Theater Guild. Told her she looked exactly like a girl I dreamed about as a kid, a girl named Carol.
Oh, Lord, she swallowed it?
Not only that, but she gave me a lecture on veridical dreams and allied psychic phenomena.
You deserve an Oscar.
Also, she wants me to go with her and see this Madame Morgana.
Oh, good. When?
Tomorrow night.
Well, you're not figuring on skipping tonight's seance, are you?
Oh, no, not a bit. I want to find out what this stuff is all about, so I'll be prepared for tomorrow. This dame you have lined up pretty good?
She's got a big following. You ready to go?
Oh, wait a minute. You said you had the file on Tony Ricardo.
Oh, yeah, here it is, waiting for you. There. Anthony Ricardo, alias Ricky Marino, alias Tony the Tip. Here's his picture. Height 5'9", weight 172, eyes brown, hair sparse gray, suspected member of the Dutchy Sperling outfit, 12 arrests, no convictions. Started as a rum runner back.
Hey, is this Tony Ricardo?
It's the guy.
I would have sworn the man I talked to over the phone was in his 20s. Late 20s at most.
You talked to him?
After leaving an unpleasant little note under my door at the Towers, he called me on the phone.
And what kind of note?
Oh, nothing particular. Just a gentle suggestion I lay off Carol Sharp.
Threat, huh? Still got it?
But I'm sure that voice couldn't have come from this old geezer.
Yeah, well, frankly, I kind of wondered about the Sharp girl being interested in him, even though the file does show he's always surrounded himself with a bunch of young ones. He's probably handed out more mink coats. Oh, Johnny, wait a minute. Old Tony's got a couple of kids. Here, Angela goes under the name of Angela Richards. At least she used that name at Bryn Mawr.
Bryn Mawr?
Yeah, and Sarah Lawrence College at Bronxville. Yeah, the old boy tried to keep the stigma of his past away from her, I guess. Yeah, you see, married to a doctor over in Hackensack. Respectable housewife.
Mm-hmm. What about the other?
Anthony Jr., age 26. That was last year. Let's see, that makes him 27 now. Rutgers University, class... Not much on him. Unless I miss my guess, he's a chip off the old block. Well, you know where I can find him?
All I have is his phone number.
What is it?
Wait till I see and talk to him.
That may be too late. He's what I think he is.
Why not ask this medium about him tonight?
Yeah, Hey, come on, we're late. Let's go.
Item 8, $1.20, cab to an old brownstone house somewhere over in the West 40s, way west, in a district that had seen better days. We were greeted at the door by a tall, gray-haired old gentleman dressed in black, except for his white gloves, that somehow reminded me of a pallbearer.
Come in, Mr. Singer and Mr. Dollar. Clarabelle is about to begin. Psychometry is the mood this evening. Follow, please.
How do you know our names?
Oh, I had to give them to him when I made the appointment.
Now, what's this psychometry business?
You'll see.
Oh, wow. The music gives me the creeps.
Yeah,
Into the temple, please. And be seated.
The temple turned out to be an old dining room. Bare wooden floor, heavy drapes over the windows. And as nearly as I could see, a bunch of chairs around in a circle filled with people. The sockets in the ancient chandelier that hung from the ceiling had red bulbs in them that barely glowed. We could hardly see a thing, although I'm sure the light went up very slightly when we made our entrance and then down again, as though somebody was controlling it with a rheostat. Our eyes were almost used to the semi-darkness by the time we seated ourselves in the circle. Nobody spoke, and the weird music from that scratchy record was beginning to get on my nerves or put me to sleep or something. I'm not quite sure what. Then, suddenly, there was a flash of light and a puff of smoke, and so helping... What the Randy?
Shh, quiet. This is all part of the act. Shh.
Greetings. Greetings, friends of the unknown, friends of the mystics, of Botan the Indian boy, and the seventh son of of Harry Shnu the mighty.
And there she stood, in the center of the circle where the flash had gone off.
Are we all in the mood?
She stood there draped in what looked, even in the dim light, what looked like a slightly soiled bedsheet, pulled in around her ample middle with a hunk of coarse rope. She wore a sort of turban, or maybe it was just an old dish towel wrapped around her head. A faint odor of gin pervaded the room. I guess her feet were bare, for she made no noise as she walked slowly around the circle, holding on a shallow metal tray. Taking a collection so soon, I wondered?
Each of you place upon the tray some object very close to you, something you have had a long time that has become a part of you.
Huh? Shh, you'll get it back.
And if the spirits are with us, and there are no dissenting minds among us, if Botan, the Indian boy from the world beyond, is willing to act as our control, we shall learn many strange things this night. Place something close to you upon the tray.
Will this watch be on?
You must not speak, but keep the mood. Keep the mood. Are we all in the mood?
Yes.
And now, dear friends, while I meditate and establish contact with the spirit world, Hemingway will pass among you for the tiny assurance that you join us in all sincerity. Now join hands to create the flux that will join our thoughts and minds and hearts and open the doors to enlightenment for all of us.
$5.
Botan, are you with us tonight?
$5, please.
Botan, will you answer us?
$5,
Are you with us now? Is that Botan that answers our call, or the little sister Hyacinth? Ah, it is Botan. We may begin. I hold this ring. I feel the paramagnetic forces arising from it. This belongs to a businessman south of here. I seem to see clothing hanging in a large warehouse.
Yes.
And the sound of many machines, sewing machines.
Yes, that's right.
And many young girls working at the machines.
One by one, she picked the objects off the tray, held them in her hand, and gave a kind of character reading of the owners. Occasionally, somebody in the circle would respond in a way that made it sound like she'd guessed right. Other times, she'd just make with a lot of generalities that could apply to anyone. Finally, she picked up my watch.
This watch, I see tall buildings of stone and strange signs on them. I don't know what they mean. Tri-mutual, universal adjustment.
Huh? Randy.
And I see great sheaves of papers carefully folded, and on each one it says, policy. Policy, I don't understand unless... Insurance, yes.
This is fantastic.
Wait till she gets to what I put there.
The watch is from a young man, clever, energetic. I will have many things to tell him at another time, but he must see me again, often. And now, this other object that lay beneath the watch. I see a police badge. The cops!
I told you.
Dirty crooks, the cops are onto us. We're being raided. Slay 'em. Get them out of here. Hemingway! Anyway!
Come on, Johnny, I may need a hand. Just a minute there, Clarabelle.
Take your filthy hands off me. Let me out of here.
You're not going anywhere until I have a talk with you.
Hemingway! Ditched me, ran out on me. I might have known he would at a pinch.
There isn't going to be a pinch if you'll just shut up and stand still a minute.
I wasn't doing no harm, honest, officer, and all the money goes to charity.
All right. Settle down. Where's the light switch? Got it, Randy?
I'll never live this down. Now look, officer.
You look, Clarabelle. All we want is some answers to some questions.
And you won't pinch me?
Not if you tell the truth. Johnny?
Yeah. Just how did you know so much about me? It certainly wasn't from holding that watch.
Okay, so it wasn't. Though some there are who can do it that way. That I've heard.
Well, go on.
No pinch?
No pinch.
Well, when your friend called to arrange your being here tonight, Hemingway, that bum, he would walk out on me.
Go on, will you?
Well, Hemingway asked where you come from, so we'd know if the spirits was propitious there. That's what we always say.
And I told him Hartford.
That's right. So what's Hartford? Insurance. If a client's in insurance, he responds like you done. So I keep pushing it. And if he ain't, well, at least he thinks I done pretty good by describing the place he comes from.
Yeah. What about the clothing maker right at the beginning?
Easy. He called from a hotel, so he calls the hotel back and gets his address.
You told him he was from the south of here.
Sure. Woodbine, New Jersey. Only business down there of any account is clothing and small farms.
Where'd you find that out?
State directory, any library. And anybody could see he was a businessman, not a farmer.
Well, I'll be.
And hooking him that way tonight, you could have had him coming back as long as he could afford it, huh?
Sure. And if it hadn't been for you, you double-crossed.
Okay. Now, what about the others?
Some we get the dope on and some we guess at. But there's always enough good ones to keep going.
So easy. And yet, I must confess she'd had me stop for a while. We talked with her a bit longer. Randy warned her to watch her step, and we left. Took a taxi back to my hotel.
Well, did you learn anything?
I should hope to tell you. What do the church-going spiritualists think of her kind?
They hate him, and I don't blame them. Are you still going to see Madame Morgana tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Well, mister, that one won't be so easy to expose. If you can expose her.
Johnny Dollar.
This is Carol, Johnny.
Oh, hello, Carol.
I've made the arrangements for us to go to the seance tonight with Madame Morgana.
Good. What time?
8 o'clock. Only it's across the river in New Jersey.
Will you have dinner with me?
I'd love to. But we'd better make it pretty early.
Pick you up in your penthouse at 6?
I'll be waiting, Johnny.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar, location New York City. To the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the matter of the medium. Well done. Some pretty strong pressure was being put on Carol Sharp to change the beneficiaries of her $110,000 life policy. And she was very much under the influence of a psychic medium who insisted that she be named as one of the 2 new beneficiaries. The other was to be a Tony Ricardo, whose father made quite a record for himself in the bootlegging gangster days of the Roaring Twenties. I met him at Susan Palmer's Oyster Bar over in Radio City. I must admit I was surprised at the sort of fellow he turned out to be.
I guess it was a little, extreme to threaten you that way, Mr. Dollar.
That's putting it mildly.
But this whole spiritualism business and the hold it has on Carol, it has me terribly concerned.
You don't like spiritualism?
I didn't say that. You know just as well as I do, there are a great many fine, honest spiritualists in the city. But as in any other field, there are frauds, racketeers.
So I've heard.
It's not only true of religions, but businesses, professions, anything, you know.
Sure. But now look here, Tony.
Dollar, I will not have you or anyone else leading Carol on. This medium who's already has such a hold on her. Do you understand?
Pardon me, Tony. Your background is showing.
What?
I say come off it. This kind of act won't work.
What are you talking about?
Do you think I don't know you're one of the 2 Carol wants to name as beneficiaries of her policy? You and that medium?
That's not my doing.
Whose doing is it?
That medium, Morgana. She's been taking Carol's money by the hundreds week after week. Now you've come along to encourage her, and Dollar, I tell you to stop it.
Tony.
Maybe that story you gave her about dreaming of her over and over when you were a kid and couldn't even have known about it was true, but I don't believe it.
Tony, that was made up out of whole cloth.
I still... What?
This funny decision to switch your policy around is the case I'm assigned to.
Wait a minute, you mean that...
Yes. I had to meet her somehow, so I used that device, knowing she might fall for it because of her implicit belief in such things.
Yes, but now you're encouraging this whole thing. You're even going to see this Morgana with her tonight.
Because if she is a phony, it's the only way I can show this to Carol. Well?
I hope and pray that you can, Mr. Dollar. Some of the best psychic investigators in the country have been stumped by her. How are you going to go about it?
I won't know until I've seen her operate. Even then I may not know. Or maybe this medium isn't a fraud.
Oh, come on, of course she is.
But you can't prove it.
But you or somebody must. Carol will change her policy and
then turn up dead.
Won't be easy, Mr. Dollar. I've attended these seances with Carol, many of them. There have been times when I've almost been convinced myself.
Waiter, some more coffee, please.
No more for me, thanks.
You're going to need it, Tony, because I'm going to keep you here until you've told me every detail you can remember of this Madame Morgana seance procedure.
All right, I'll help you all I can.
You'd better. I'm still not forgetting that if I fall down on this job, you'll cut into Carol's insurance for a neat $30,000, in spite of your sweet talk. I'll say this for Tony Ricardo. He was thorough, and I began to believe that he was serious in his concern for Carol. Item 12, 10 cents, one fold call to Tommy Green.
No, Johnny, no trouble at all in getting the rundown on Carol's family that you asked for.
Keep talking.
Apparently they're doing all right there in Mauchunk, PA. Neither the mother or 2 brothers will ever have to really get out and dig for a living.
They're all man left and well set up, huh?
Yeah. One of the boys, Harold's, turned out pretty well. Works in some office over there, even though he doesn't really need to.
What about the other boy?
That'd be Dave, the black sheep of the family. Travels with a fast crowd, tears around the country in a sports car, that sort of thing.
Oh.
Right now, he's somewhere here in New York, just playing around. But, Johnny, are you getting anywhere on this case?
Yeah, Tommy, I think I am. Especially after what you just told me.
Huh?
Item 13, another phone call, this time to Sergeant Randy Singer at 18th Precinct Headquarters.
Yeah, Johnny?
Got a real easy one for you.
What's that?
Find a man. Name is David Sharp. Home address, Mauchunk, Pennsylvania.
Chunk, Pennsylvania. Got it.
Description?
None, though he's probably in his 20s.
Well, that's not
And
enough.
he's probably staying at a hotel here in the city.
Well, yeah, but where? What part of the city?
Let me know when you find out, will you?
Yeah, now, wait a minute, Kate.
Expense account item 14, $106.80, and it includes cabs to several camera shops. One miniature camera with an f2 lens, a couple of rolls of special film, some very special flash bulbs, and a tiny flash holder. Item 15, taxi back to the towers to clean up and dress for my date with Carol. Then the phone rang. Johnny Dollar.
We located David Sharp for you, Johnny. Just dumb luck.
Now, who knows, Randy? Maybe you're psychic.
Nah, leave us not have that stuff.
Where is he?
Found him staying at the third hotel we called, the Aberran over on East 53rd Street. Not 2 blocks from that palatial joint where you're staying.
Is he there now?
No, but he always comes in just before dinner time. Hey, you still haven't told me why you're interested in him.
I'm not sure myself. But do me a favor, will you?
Like what?
When he shows up, put a tail on him. I want to know where he goes, how long he stays, and when he comes back.
But you won't say why?
Not until I'm sure I know why. Thanks, Randy.
Yeah, but I haven't said
Thanks, boy. Dinner with Carol could have been one of the pleasantest things in years. But I'm afraid I was preoccupied with matters at hand and she with anticipation.
She's promised to try to hear from Daddy again tonight. Oh, Johnny, I so want to speak to him again.
Finally, I signed the check, we hopped into a taxi and headed across the river to the Jersey side. We ended up at a rather plain but nice home somewhere on the outskirts of, I guess it's Union City. We were met at the door by a matron of about 45, I should say, who looked like an ordinary, respectable housewife, except perhaps for her quick, discerning eyes.
Good evening, Carol, my dear. Oh, and you must be Mr. Johnny Dollar.
Yes, Madam Morgana?
Yes. Do come in and meet the others who are here to form the circle tonight.
Thank you. Carol?
Thank you.
Carol told me nothing about you except your veridical dreams of her. An amazing experience, isn't it? Perhaps you're really psychic.
Oh, I doubt that. But all our friends thought my kid brother Richard was, before he died a couple of years ago.
Richard. Richard. That name has been haunting me ever since Carol telephoned. You don't suppose...
What, Madame?
Oh, no, of course not. Now, here in the parlor are the others who will be with us tonight. May I present Mr. Johnny Dollar, Mrs. Dorothy Jessup.
How do you do?
Mr. John Price.
Hello.
Mr. Samuel Froelich.
All right.
And, of course, you all know Carol Sharp.
Good evening.
I see no reason why we shouldn't start. The atmosphere has seemed almost electric tonight. Very conducive to good contact with the, shall we say, the netherworld. And, oh, yes, you may smoke if you like, Mr. Dollar. We're very informal.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just sort of a nervous habit, I guess, flicking this lighter.
Oh, incidentally, I hope you'll tell these people of your dreams after we're finished. Oh, dear. The atmosphere is tense. We should begin right away. Well, yes, I'll turn on some low music.
The 6 of us sat down in a small circle. On the floor were 3 long, slender metal trumpets, like Halloween horns, but made of thin metal, spaced about the center of the circle. In the subdued conversation of the next few minutes, I learned it was through these that the spirit voices would come to us, that they would rise in the air and the voices would issue from them. From time to time, there in the pitch-black room, I snapped the cap of my lighter as a reminder of what it was.
You mustn't light it, Johnny, you know.
No danger. This one hasn't even got a flint in it.
I do hope we get some messages tonight.
I think we will, Mr. Froelich. I have a feeling that we will.
I have that feeling, too. Very strongly.
From what Madame told us, you must have definite psychic powers, Mr. Dollar. That should be helpful.
Wait. The power's here. I feel it.
Almost as though she were suffering
Come
physical
to us.
pain.
We are ready.
The medium sighed and gasped. And we waited and waited. It's hard to describe the tension that comes of waiting that way in a completely darkened room. And it's easy to see how well the imagination can work, the powers of suggestion. There was a slight sound.
One of the trumpets. I heard it move.
Yes, so did I. That means that they are with us. It seemed to move toward you, Carol.
I hope so. Yes, I can feel it in the air near me. Father?
Carol.
Oh, Father, can you speak to me? There's so many things I wish to ask you.
Yes, dear. Yes.
It may not sound like much to tell, but believe me, this was impressive. The death-like silence broken only by the faint voice from the trumpet, the whispered questions by Carol, an occasional sigh from the medium, and the shudder of my special little camera, which I hope sounded enough like my lighter had sounded.
Yes, Carol. Always do the things I tell you to. You're a good girl, my darling. And you give me great happiness in this lonely,
Father?
Goodbye,
Oh, Johnny, do you see? Because only he and I know the things we talked about. Wait. I feel the trumpet is still near us, and perhaps...
John. $50 for you.
Yes? Richard?
Yes, John.
Dick.
I've waited so long to speak to you.
Dick. My brother. The brief conversation I carried on with my dead brother Richard was amazing. Of things in my childhood that I thought nobody else even knew about. Personal, intimate things that can only be known to a brother or someone equally close. It was fantastic, amazing, awe-inspiring. Except for one thing. I never had a brother. I didn't tell this to anyone. I played it straight and even stayed around and discussed my trumped-up dreams after the seance. But I needed proof, and I couldn't wait to get back to New York to the police lab where I could develop the infrared film in my little camera.
Now, here's our star to tell you about the final intriguing episode of this week's story.
Tomorrow, the wind-up. And a bit of heartbreak for a very chastened girl. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. It is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote tonight's story. Be sure to join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for the next exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.
Welcome back. This hasn't been my favorite serial so far, but I love the sudden shift when the phony psychic in Part 3 found the policeman's badge, both in her temperament as well as in the scene. But we'll see how things develop in the next serial, and whether Johnny has the evidence to cook the medium well done, or if he was mistaken. Also, if listeners revolt over those last two puns. All right, but that will do it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with Nick Carter, and join us on Friday for the conclusion of the matter of the medium well done. Well, before we do get started, I want to let you know today's program is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners, and I especially want to thank Vance for his support. Will send access to our premium site as we do with all donations of $7 or more. You can support the show at support.greatdetectives.net. Well, now it's time for today's episode of Nick Carter, which I'll warn you in advance is a little scary. So parental discretion advised. Here now is Death After Dark.
What is it?
Another case for Nick Carter, Master Detective.
Yes, it's another case for that most famous of all manhunters, the detective whose ability at solving crime is unequaled in the history of detective fiction. Nick Carter, Master Detective. Tonight's curious adventure,
Death After Dark, for Nick Carter and the mystery of the vampire killings.
Mr. Carter! Mr. Carter! I've got to talk to you. Something has happened.
To you?
Well, yes. No. Well, that is, it did and it didn't.
Well, it might be better if you were to tell me just what it was that did or didn't happen to you.
Okay. Well, it was like this, sir. 4 of us, Betty Graham, Gertrude Chase, Dora Mason, and myself were playing tennis in the park this afternoon. We played a few sets, and then about 6:30 we started home. But just as we got to the park gate, Dora suddenly discovered that she'd left her racket in the court. I offered to go get it for her, but she started after it herself. The rest of us sat down on the bench to wait for her. After about 10 minutes, Gertrude suddenly got up, said something about going to meet Dora, and then started up the same path as Dora had done. Betty and I sat on the bench talking and waiting for them, until suddenly we began to realize it was getting quite dark. All at once, Betty said what was on my mind.
I don't like this, Phil. The tennis court is only about 5 minutes' walk from here. They should have been back before this.
Yes, I know. I was thinking the same thing.
What do you suppose could be keeping them?
I don't know.
Don't you think we'd better walk up that way and see what's happened to them?
Nothing's happened to them, Betty. But well, if you want to walk up and meet them, why, okay.
Well, I'd rather do that than keep sitting here.
Oh, come on, then. But I'll bet we meet them before we get to the court.
But I judge from the way you tell it that you didn't find them.
No, Mr. Carter, we didn't. When we got to the court, it was deserted. We called and called, but we got no answer. Then suddenly Betty saw something.
Phil, look.
What is it, Betty?
Look, there on the grass behind you.
That's Dora's tennis racket. I know those colored strings. But that means that she never came back here at all.
But where could she have...
Betty, didn't Dora have a rose in her hair?
Why, yes. She picked it up in the path just before she left us. I remember watching her tie a knot in the stem so she could put one of her hairpins through it to hold it in her hair. Why?
Here, by the end of the net. A rose.
You're right. And it's got a knot in the stem, too.
And look, Betty, it's been stepped on.
Phil, I'm afraid. Let's get out of here. Something happened. I'm afraid.
And she started running across the grass toward the nearest gate.
Weren't you scared, too?
Well, yes, some. But I caught up with her and quieted her down a little.
And you didn't see anything of the girls you were looking for?
Well, by this time it was too dark to see much of anything. Betty took me by the arm and we made for the nearest gate. We weren't running, but we weren't lingering either.
Well, maybe you just imagined...
Wait a minute, I just haven't finished. Before we got to the road leading to the gate, we had to go through a patch of thick woods. I'd gone that way before, so I didn't think much about it. But Betty was still pretty scared.
It's dark here, Phil. I can hardly see anything. Let's hurry. I want to get out of here.
If we try to go any faster, we may fall over something. Just take it easy and keep going. And we'll...
Well, Phil, what did happen?
That's just the point, Nick. I don't know. When I regained consciousness, a couple of minutes later, one of the park guards was bending over me, and another was trying to bring Betty back to her senses.
And you have no idea what actually did happen?
No, Nick. No idea at all. Except that a lot of creatures seemed to drop down on us from out of the trees.
You say creatures. Why do you use that word?
Why, well, that word seems just to be about the only word to use.
You couldn't see them at all?
No. It was so dark. I could only see that there were a lot of dark forms around me. The thought flashed through my mind that we'd been attacked by a band of boy robbers.
And they didn't say anything? No exclamations or anything?
No, Nick. Nothing. Not a word. The only sounds I remember are a sort of hissing. It sounded like a lot of snakes. Then I got a blow on the back of my neck and it knocked me senseless.
What happened to Betty?
She'd been doped. She said something had been put over her nose. Something that felt like a piece of burlap and smelled sweet. Then she lost consciousness. After the guards brought her to, I took her home and left her there. As far as I know, she was unharmed, except that, well, she was almost hysterical.
What about the other girls, the ones who played tennis with you? Did they turn up later?
No. I called both of them on the phone, but neither of them were home. And they hadn't been home since they were out with us.
Then our first job was to tell the girls' parents what we can and get their permission to take charge of the investigation. Then
We'll start our investigating in the park.
Everything here looks so different at night, Mr. Carter.
I'd much rather not have to make this examination by night, Phil. But I don't dare wait until morning. Might be too late.
There's the tennis court right ahead, Mr. Carter. And here's the tennis racket, right where we left it.
Don't go any further. I want to see what I can find in the ground in the way of marks or prints. Yeah. Yes. Pretty obvious that a number of barefooted persons have been tramping on the grass here.
Barefooted?
Yes. I found one pretty clear impression of a complete foot. Looks about the size of a 10-year-old boy. Yes, there are lots of prints here.
Well, do you think they could be the prints
Bill.
of...
Come here.
What is it? Have you found...
Now, take it easy, Bill. Take it easy. Look here.
Dora Mason. Is she...
Yes, Bill. She's dead.
Poor Dora. Why, she almost looks as if she were asleep, doesn't she?
Yes. Except for that peculiar alabaster whiteness of her skin. Almost as if there wasn't a drop of blood left in her body.
How was she killed, Mr. Carter?
I don't know. The only mark I can find on her is a tiny round hole in her neck. A couple of inches below her ear. Well, it's pretty late, but I guess he'll forgive us when he knows why we've come.
He may be in bed by now.
I'm sorry if he is, but I can't let it go until tomorrow. I must find out tonight.
Yeah? Oh, hello, Phil. What's up?
This is Mr. Carter, Ed. He wants to hear the story about you and Ethel, how you were attacked in the park last week.
Are you trying to kid me?
No, Ed, we're quite serious. Phil and the girl who was with him were attacked in the same way this evening. The girl was killed.
What? Who was she?
Dora Mason.
Dora? Gee, that's tough. Well, come in, won't you?
Sure. Ed, we're afraid Gertrude Chase has been killed, too.
Hey, what is this, a gang war?
Did you think it was gangsters who attacked you, Ed?
No, I didn't know what they were. They might have been small men or they might have been boys.
How many were there?
I should say maybe a dozen. I don't know. I couldn't see them. They seemed to drop down out of the trees. They were so quiet, I thought maybe they weren't human.
Not human? How do you mean?
The only noise I heard was a sort of hissing.
When you were fighting them, did you hit any of them?
Sure, lots of them.
What did they feel like?
They were small, not very strong. And they weren't dressed in regular clothes. I don't know what they had on, but it wasn't our kind of clothes.
What did they do to you?
They swarmed all over us. We both yelled for help, and then they put a piece of burlap over my face, which covered my eyes and nose. It smelled funny, made me dizzy. Then they knocked me out.
How about the girl?
Grabbed hold of her and put the same kind of cloth over her face. She said hers had a strange odor, sort of like oranges. It made her unconscious. But it didn't last long. Some park guards heard us, and the things disappeared as they came up.
Were either of you hurt?
I wasn't, but Ethel, the girl who was with me, was wounded in the throat.
Hear that, Mr. Carter?
Easy, Phil, easy. Ed, what was the wound?
It was a little hole in her neck, about 2.5 inches below her ear. And this is the thing that wounded her.
Good boy, Ed. Now we're getting somewhere. May I keep this?
Well, of course, Mr. Carter. Does it help you?
It does indeed. This is our first real step forward.
And you say that Moran still had the thing that made the hole in her neck?
Yes, Patsy. It was a wicked little instrument. Scubby took it up to one of the medical supply houses to see if they could tell us anything about it.
Well, what did it look like, Nick?
Well, it's about 3.5 inches long, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
About half that distance. It's the size of a lead pencil. Then it tapers down to a needle point.
Mm-hmm.
But just before you reach the point, there's a small swelling, like a little bulb, about 1/4 inch long.
Well, what's the idea of that?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, once the point of this instrument has been stuck in the flesh, the little bulb holds it there so it won't come loose. You know, something like the barb in a spear. In fact, that's how Moran happened to have this one. After he and his girlfriend had been attacked by these things, they found this still hanging in the flesh of her neck.
Oh.
Through the center of this needle, there's a hole. About the size of a hair at one end and slightly larger at the other.
Well, what is this gadget used for, Nick? Injecting something into the blood?
No, Patsy, I don't think so. I feel sure it was used for taking something out.
Oh. Well, did you see that early this morning the police found the body of the other girl who was with Phil yesterday?
Yes, I know. And she died exactly the same way Dora did. Patsy, the thing that puzzles me about this whole thing is this. The killers don't act like human beings, and yet they must be.
Nick, this couldn't be a sort of repetition of Edgar Allan Poe's story, Murders in the Rue Morgue, could it?
No, Patsy. There are no monkeys or apes in this. Killers must be human beings.
Unless...
Unless what, Patsy?
Well, there's one very obvious idea suggested by the fact that each body had a hole in the throat and that each body was practically drained of blood.
That's true. Particularly as there was no blood found on the ground near the bodies.
That's just what I mean. It certainly suggests... I mean, you can't help thinking of... Well...
Vampires? Isn't that what you mean?
Well, yes. Of course, I don't...
Patsy, what is a vampire? Actually.
Why, it's a sort of huge bat which kills its victims by sucking the blood from their throats.
Mm-hmm. And have they ever been known to attack men?
Why, I don't think so, except in stories.
Could a bat leave footprints like a 10-year-old boy?
Of course not. Bats have claws.
Well?
I know it's silly, Nick. I don't believe in them. I know there are no such things. It's just that...
I know, Patsy. It's just that it looks so very much like what we've heard about vampires that it's an easy, if impossible, solution.
But, Nick, these girls were murdered, so there must be an answer.
Of course, Patsy, of course. But I refuse to believe in the supernatural. I feel sure that the answer must be that somewhere there exists a sect or creed that uses human blood in its rituals, religious or otherwise.
You think the blood is the answer, not the killings?
I do. I feel certain, Patsy, that these girls were not, in the strict sense of the word, murdered.
Not murdered?
No, Patsy. They died because, for some reason, the blood was drawn out of their bodies.
Is this the patch of woods where Phil Morgan and his girlfriend were attacked last night, Nick?
Yes, Cubby. And I think this is probably the best place for the test.
Oh, gee, this is dangerous business, Nick. Letting yourself be used as bait for these creatures. Suppose they get the best of you.
Well, that's a chance I'm taking, Scubby. I had a long talk with my friend Ray Shipman Anders yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, he's an explorer and scientist who's been all over the world. Probably knows more about the peoples of the earth than anyone else. But he can't tell me the answer to this puzzle. He agrees with me that I'm on the right track.
Oh, I don't like it, Nick. Even if these are human beings, they can still be fiends. Oh, but if you say you're going to do it, I know better than to waste my breath arguing with you.
Thanks, Scubby. Now, you'll help me get ready for the test?
Oh, sure. Sure, what do I do?
Well, first I'll set this camp chair up here in the center of this little space under the trees.
Yeah?
Now, I'll hold the lights while you sort out those ropes you have there.
Yeah.
You'll find there are 12 lassos. I want you to lay them on the ground around this camp chair so that the whole space is covered with them.
Oh, you mean so that nobody can come near the chair without stepping in one of the lassos? Oh, I get you. There. Like this?
That's right, Scubby.
Yeah.
Then bring the free end of each rope here to the chair.
Okay.
I'll tie them together and then tie them to my wrist. And I can tighten them all at once with one pull when the time comes.
Hey, this is quite a stunt, Nick.
Well, from what the young people told me, these creatures are weak enough so I should be able to hold several of them without difficulty.
There we are. Is that what you want, Nick?
Yes, that's fine, Scubby. Now, I'll sit in the chair, hold the ends of the ropes like this, there. Now, if you'll take this bag of cornmeal,
yeah,
sprinkle it all around this space, over the ropes and everything. Then I'll be all set.
Okay, Nick. Hey, what's this cornmeal for?
I hope to get some footprints. And it may also serve as a trail that we can follow afterwards.
Oh, I wish I were sure you were going to be safe. I don't like this whole business.
Well, neither do I. But it has to be done. This is the only way I can see to do it.
There. Had enough cornmeal spread around, Nick?
Yeah. Fine, Scubby. All right. I'm all set.
Now remember, Nick, I'm going to be just outside the woods with a couple of Riley's men. One shout out of you and we'll come a-running.
Fine, Scubby. I hope I won't need you, but I'm glad to know you're there. Well, so long for now.
Well, so long, Nick. I hope you come out of this okay.
I will, don't worry. Wish I felt as sure of that as I sound. Oh, come on, if you're coming. Let's get this over with.
But what really did happen?
Well, after Scubby left me, I waited a while. Nothing happened. I waited some more. Still nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
Then I heard some funny noises overhead. Suddenly, a swarm of somethings dropped on top of me out of the trees. I tried to fight them off, but in spite of the fact that they were weak, there were so many of them, I'd scarcely move. Tried to catch one of them, but I couldn't seem to get my hands on anything.
Gosh, what a feeling that must have been.
Yes, say so. And I felt a piece of that burlap over my face and smelled a strange, sickish sweet odor like oranges. I felt dizzy almost at once. Then something hit me in the back of the neck, and that's all I know.
Did you see anything, Scubby?
No, Patsy. After I left Nick, I waited for a few minutes, and then I heard those queer noises. So I dashed in to find out what was going on.
And what did you find?
Well, Nick was flat on his back, the burlap over his face, footprints all over the cornmeal, and nothing else in sight.
Did you try to follow any of the prints?
Oh, no, they were all over the place. They seemed to go in all directions. It would have been hopeless to try to follow them.
So that the net result of the evening's expedition was just exactly nothing. A fine thing. Nicholas Carter's office? Oh, yes, Lieutenant. What? How long ago? All right, I'll tell him. Yes, thanks. Goodbye.
Who was it, Patsy?
That was Lieutenant Riley, Nick. He said that they just found a third girl in the park, murdered in the same way as the others. The same hole in the side of the neck and no blood left in the body.
Now I know I'm right. These creatures don't want any blood except from women or girls. They won't touch men. That's why they did nothing to me after getting me completely at their mercy last night. Well, I'll try it again tonight. But with a different setup.
How different, Nick?
I'll dress myself as a woman.
Oh, that's silly, Nick. If they want women's blood, they'll know fast enough you're no woman.
And besides, there's another reason why you shouldn't do it yourself.
What's that?
Well, you acted as your own decoy last night. You were so busy defending yourself that you didn't have a chance to do anything about catching one of them.
Yes, I know that's true. But there's no other way to do it, Scubby.
There is one other way, Nick. A much better way.
What's that, Patsy?
Use me for bait.
Nothing doing, Patsy. You think I'm going to risk your life?
Well, you risk your own life. I'm no better than you are.
Well, that's different. No, Patsy, I won't let you, and that's final.
It's not final, Nick. 3 girls have been killed already, and 2 others attacked. If I can help put an end to these killings by serving as bait for these awful things, I want to do it.
But, Patsy, you...
No, Nick. No buts about it. I want to do it.
Patsy,
Nick, you've just got to say yes. I'm serious. You and Scubby can stand by to protect me, as well as to catch one of these creatures.
Gosh, Nick, looks as if you got yourself a decoy, whether you want it or not.
If the lives of other girls can be saved, it's worthwhile for me to do it.
All right, Patsy. If that's the way you feel about it, I'll use you.
Thanks, Nick. Now, what are the plans?
Well, that's going to require some real thought. So let's put our heads together right now. Any mistake this time would be fatal.
There. That's the last of the stakes you wanted, Nick.
Good work, Scubby. Now we'll fasten 6 traps to each of the 4 stakes with this heavy wire. That'll keep them from dragging the traps away once they're caught in them.
Well, won't the traps break their legs, Nick?
No, Patsy, I think not. They're just about strong enough to clamp firmly on their ankles and keep them from getting loose without breaking any bones.
Okay.
And with the 24 traps in a double circle around you, one of them's bound to get something.
How far away are you and Scubby going to be?
Right at the edge of these woods, Patsy, only about 100 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think our being here will scare them off, do you, Nick?
Well, your being around where I was last night didn't keep them away, did it?
No, it didn't.
You know, I don't think they're afraid of anything. They take what they want when they want it. And I'm going to be close enough so that I can reach Patsy and nothing flat when the time comes.
There. Well, that takes care of all the traps, Nick. Now, anything else?
No, I guess that's all. I will just have to wait.
Nick?
Yes, Patsy?
There's just one thing that scares me a little.
Listen, Patsy, if you'd rather not...
No, Nick, no. Listen, What if one of those things should get that piece of burlap over my face before I could scream and let you know that they're here? How would you know I needed help?
I've already thought of that, Betsy. And here's what I want you to do.
Uh-huh.
As soon as we leave you, start talking quietly to yourself. Recite poems. Tell yourself stories. Anything you want. But don't stop talking no matter what silly things you may have to say. Then, if for any reason at all we do hear you stop talking, we'll come rushing in after you. And that way, silence will be a signal that can't fail.
Oh, Nick, you're wonderful. I might have known you'd have an answer. I feel better already.
Anything else, Patsy? Anything at all?
No, Nick. I'll be all right. The center of a circle of traps.
I've got one of the watchman's big electric lanterns with me. And the instant we hear you scream or hear you stop talking, we'll turn the light on.
Okay, Nick. You leaving now?
Yes. Yes, we'll be going now. Good luck, Patsy.
So long, kid. Have fun.
So long. And I hope it will be fun.
Better start talking, Patsy.
Okay, Nick. Well, this is it. The sun that brief December day rose cheerless over hills of gray, and darkly circling gave at noon a sadder light than waning moon. White as snow, and everywhere that Mary went.
Is she wearing that leather collar you got for her, Nick?
Yes. I had it made so it covers her neck, her back, and her chest. I'm sure it's excellent protection. Now I wonder how much longer the poor kid will have to keep this up.
She's been going for almost an hour now. She's recited Paul Revere's Ride 10 times.
Yes. If we don't get some action pretty soon, now I'll begin to get some... Come on, Scubby, quick! Turn the light on. Come on, hurry up.
Hey, you can see them. They're little men.
Coming, Patsy. Hold on, Patsy.
Nick, she's down.
Yes, but the little men are leaving. They're running away.
Oh, Patsy, how do you feel?
Patsy, are you all right, Patsy? You all right?
I think so, Nick. Just dizzy, that's all.
Good. Take care of her, Scubby. Yeah. We've got two of those creatures in our traps.
Are they dead, Nick? They look so.
No, they're just unconscious. The treatment was too rough for them, maybe.
Well, what are they? Can you tell?
They look like little men. That's all I can tell now. Some sort of pygmies, obviously. Members of one of the yellow Asiatic races, I should say. Well, Patsy, what you've done has solved the case. How do you feel now?
All right, I guess.
Well, then let's get back to the office. We'll phone my scientist friend to meet us there. Between us, we ought to be able to find out what this is all about.
Feeling all right now, Patsy?
Yes, Scubby. Oh, I still get the shivers when I think of all those little hands clutching me all over.
Mr. Anders and Nick getting anywhere?
I don't know. I've been in the inner office there with those two creatures for almost an hour now.
Can Anders talk their language, Patsy?
More or less. Nick says they speak a dialect that is some variation of an East Asiatic tongue. Anders knows one that is close enough so that he can talk to them. So they can talk.
Anytime, except when they're hunting.
Well, Nick, what's it all about?
Did you get anything out of them, Nick?
Well, it turns out that they're not men, but women. Women who belong to some tribe on the outskirts of China. Call themselves Tuks. There are 100 tribes in those deserts we know nothing about. This tribe of Tuk must be one of them.
Well, did you find out why they killed those girls?
Well, Mr. Anders here knows more about that than I do.
Well, it seems that in the Tuk tribe, according to the tribal laws, when a woman's husband dies, she has to kill herself to provide him with female companionship in whatever heaven he goes to. Now, the only way she can avoid this is to draw the blood from a female animal and sacrifice it to her husband. This he'll accept instead of her. And it must be done within 6 months after his death. But these women, being here in the city, couldn't get any animals, so they had to use these girls instead. As far as they were concerned, it made no difference. Any female animal would do for them. There were several widows in the group, and the end of 6 months' time was drawing near, so they had to work fast. They didn't want to hurt the girls, but they had to have the blood for the sacrifice.
But what are they doing here in this country if they come from somewhere over in East Asia?
They say that John Bailey, an explorer, made up a band of 10 men and 20 women and took them on a world tour, doing their native dances and their native costumes, and chanting their weird little songs and rituals while he lectured about them. Since the war started, he's been touring the United States, playing in theaters, nightclubs, anywhere else they could book them. They've been at some nightclub away uptown for the past 2 weeks, they say.
Well, is there any way we can stop any further killings?
Yes, indeed. We'll round them all up and turn them over to the federal authorities for detention until they can be deported back to their own land. They're too dangerous to be allowed to run loose in a civilized country.
Nick and I think we owe you a debt of gratitude, Miss Bowen, for what you've done.
It was nothing. I was glad to do it.
Well, the women and children who want to use the park wouldn't call it nothing, Betsy.
But I didn't do it for them, Nick. I did it for you.
This has been another of the strange adventures of Nick Carter, Master Detective, which are brought to you regularly at the same time by WOR Mutual. What's your story going to be about next week, Nick?
Instead of a preview of next week's story, I want to talk seriously for a moment about a problem that confronts every owner and driver of an automobile today. The gasoline black market. At the present time, there simply is not enough gasoline available to supply the needs of our armed forces and the unlimited wants of civilians as well. Gasoline is more and more necessary in prosecuting this war. Gasoline and its byproducts for every branch of our ever-increasing armed forces must be filled first. And gasoline rationing is the American way of seeing that each of us gets his fair share of that limited supply which remains after war needs have been satisfied. But gasoline rationing can be made to work only if you and I and every one of our fellow Americans follows the rules and plays fair. The rules are very simple and they're very easy. 1, write the license number of your car in ink on each of your gas coupons. 2, never buy gasoline without giving up the proper amount of gas coupons. And 3, never buy or accept gas coupons that are not rightfully yours. The black market on gasoline thrives on people who think it's smart to get more than their fair share, even at the expense of their neighbors. So play fair with your fellow citizens by playing square with gasoline rationing. When you get more than your share, someone else has to go without.
The Return of Nick Carter is produced in the studios of WOR and is broadcast over most of these stations every Saturday evening at 7 o'clock Eastern War Time. This is Mutual.
Welcome back. It goes back to the pulp roots of this show. You know, I don't think there's any other detective show we could air where the answer ultimately is that the strange pygmy women did it. But that'll work here. Definitely a spooky story, though. All right, well, now on to listener comments and feedback. And Kevin offers the identity of our mystery, Evie, the villain in The Body in the Cab. Says, isn't the heavy Wendell Holmes? It sounded a lot like him to me. Anyway, I enjoyed it. Hope this helps a bit. Again, thanks for all you do. Well, thanks, Kevin. And sounds like a potential solution. Wendell Holmes was a New York-based actor, and many of the programs he appeared in fact, most of them, Nick Carter, Ellery Queen, Secret Agent K7, and The Greatest Story Ever Told, were based in New York, so that could work. If anyone disagrees, let me know. But I appreciate the answer on that, Kevin. And that'll actually do it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Be sure to follow us on Facebook at Radio Detectives. Again, check out our new podcast, The War, thewar.greatdetectives.net. Before we get started, I want to let you know that today's program is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. Thank you so much for your support. You can support the show at support.greatdetectives.net. Now it's time for us to go ahead and get into today's episode of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, The Matter of the Medium Well Done, Part 5, and coming up later, The Return of Carter Brown.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Good morning, Johnny. This is Carol.
Oh, hi, Carol. Sleep well?
Johnny, you were so quiet on the way back from the seance last night. I hope it's because Madame Morgana convinced you of her powers as a medium.
How much did you pay her for that seance, Carol?
$100.
$100? Want to meet me in the coffee shop downstairs for breakfast?
I'd love to. 15 minutes?
15 minutes. Goodbye.
Oh, and weren't you thrilled to hear the voice of your dead brother again?
Yeah. Bye. Except that I never had a brother.
Tonight, and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar, location New York City. To the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an accounting of expenses during my investigation of the matter of the medium. Well done. Expense account item 18, 10 cents, phone call to Carol Sharp. Item 19, 10 cents, phone call to Sergeant Randy Singer.
Hey, I thought you were coming down here to headquarters this a.m. It's nearly 10 o'clock.
As soon as I've had some breakfast, your lab get those films developed for me?
They're working on them right now.
And did you put a tail on David Sharp?
Carol's brother? Yeah. I suppose you know he was over there in the neighborhood of that seance over in Jersey last night.
I would have bet on it.
Didn't you see him there?
No.
Well, that's funny.
Just keep that tail on him. See you later. Item 20, 1070, long-distance call to the city editor of the Mock-Chunk, Pennsylvania Herald Express. For a full half hour, I asked him questions about the Sharp family, about one member of the family in particular. Then, item 21, 585, breakfast for Carol and myself in the coffee shop at the Swank Bell Towers.
You must have been impressed, Johnny. You're so quiet. Would you like to see Madame Morgana again tonight? Johnny?
Carol, I think we'll see her today.
Oh, but she couldn't. She always says it takes a full day to recover from the shock and strain of a seance. She goes into a deep trance, in order to make the spirits move those little trumpets about and speak through them.
Listen, Carol.
Yes?
You have a brother, David.
Oh, David.
Why do you say it that way?
He's not really a brother. He was just sort of taken in by Mother when his parents died. I'd rather not speak of him, Johnny.
The black sheep of the family, huh?
Mother insisted on taking care of him. He was only 12 or 13. I've forgotten. Father didn't want to, but he permitted it.
Why didn't he want to?
Because David's father had been a criminal, and his father before him. Even David's mother was... And my father was afraid.
Yeah, but blood would tell.
Yes.
Your father left money to him, along with the rest of you.
Yes, he did. But not as much. And David has resented that. But no matter how much he had, he wouldn't have enough. His sports cars, the fast company. Johnny, how did you know about that?
Listen, Carol, I'm an insurance investigator.
What?
I came down here to look into this matter of your wanting to change the beneficiaries of your policy, to cut off your mother and brothers in favor of this medium and Tony Ricardo.
Johnny, I hate you for this. Why didn't you...
I didn't dare let you know until I found out a few things.
This is the most...
And I think I have. Including the fact that Madame Morgana, who persuaded you to make the change, is nothing but a clever fraud.
No, that isn't true.
And I'll prove it to you. If you'll call your boyfriend, Tony Ricardo.
Tony...
Take him down to the 18th Precinct Police Station where I'll be waiting for you.
But Tony hasn't... You think because his father was a kind of gangster years ago...
In Tony's case, I hope blood won't tell. 18th Precinct, both of you.
All right, Johnny, we will be there.
Hey, Johnny, the picture you took last night.
Oh, thanks, Randy.
Hey, why'd you ever get the idea of using infrared light and infrared film?
Anything else, anything that let them know I was taking pictures would have busted up the seance. Hey, look at this one.
Yeah, I'd like to publish those. Scare a lot of those phony psychics out of business and out of town.
Oh, here's the one that I'd like.
Mr. Dollar, we're here.
Hi, Dollar.
Oh, hello, Tony. Miss Sharp, Mr. Ricardo, this is Sergeant Singer.
How do you do?
Hi.
And now, will you please show us this proof you were talking about?
Yes, Dollar. How did you make out, huh?
Made out very well, Tony, thanks to a miniature flash camera I had tucked into my pocket last night. I guess you wondered, too, how Madame Morgana worked her racket.
He did not. Tony knows as well as I do that she's completely honest. Like any normal person, he may have questioned the almost miraculous powers of this woman in the beginning, but no trumped-up tricks that you... Where did you get this picture?
And look at this one.
She's moving that trumpet herself. With the long, kind of extended handles.
Extension grip, they call it. She probably hid it in the front of her dress.
Oh, no.
But these pictures in that dark room... Infrared photography.
Maybe she did use one trick. But the voices came from trumpets floating about in the air above our heads.
Then look at this one. Taken when your father was supposed to be speaking to you.
Oh, no. That little trumpet has a long tube on it.
Yep. Extending into that curtained doorway at the end of the room where somebody could whisper through it.
Oh, this is terrible. And the hundreds, the thousands of dollars I gave her, believing in her.
Yep. I'm afraid you were really took. Here. Here's where my dead brother, Richard, spoke to me.
The hanging trumpet is over your head.
Yep.
But how could she know? I didn't tell her. Oh, yes, you mentioned your brother.
A completely non-existent brother, Carol.
Oh.
Made up. Like the dream of you I told you about.
And I believed you, too. But how could she find out all those things about me?
Miss Sharp, a couple of nights ago, I took Mr. Dollar to a medium that was a bum compared to this one. She told him all about himself.
Have you forgotten what I found out about you and your brothers just in the last 24 hours?
Oh, I don't know what to say.
Don't try. We've still got to pin this whole thing down. I'm sure this Madame Morgana wasn't working alone.
But who could be...
How about it, Tony?
No. No, not Tony. Just because his father was... Oh, no, please.
Oh, thanks, darling. I got a report here, Johnny. Apparently he's moved again. And you guessed right.
Yeah. Then we better get going. Can we use a prowl car?
No, but we can get an escort as far as the city line.
Then come on, all of you. The cabbie, with his accelerator on the floor, had a ball trailing our escort across town. And we had to hold him down when we finally reached the Jersey side. Randy Singer obviously had no authority over there, but as it turned out, I'm glad he came. When we pulled up to the home of Madame Morgana, I couldn't help noticing a Studebaker Golden Hawk sticking out from behind the house with a Pennsylvania license. I wasn't the only one to notice it.
Johnny, that looks like David's car.
I think it is. Come on.
Johnny, I'm out of my jurisdiction.
Oh, yeah, maybe you better wait.
Yeah.
Oh, Johnny, I knew David was bad, but... I still can't believe it.
I know how you feel, Carol, and I'm sorry.
Mr. Dollar.
Wait a minute.
Johnny, if you do a thing like this...
I'm ready for anything.
Look, Mr. Dollar, why don't just you and I go in? If anything happened to Carol, I'd never...
Oh, Carol, dear. And Mr. Ricardo and Mr. Dollar.
Hello, Madame Morgana.
Do you mind if we come in?
Why, no. But not for another meeting, of course. The strain of last night's convocation is still with me, I'm afraid.
Yeah, maybe you ought to up the price for your next seance. But there ain't going to be no more.
Mr. Dollar, I don't understand.
Come on, Carol, Tony. We're going to look over that seance room in broad daylight.
No, you can't. I won't let you destroy the sanctity of that room.
Oh, yes, you will. I'll lay it on the line to you, madam, whatever your name really is. This monkey business of yours has gone far enough. So this is the room.
What terrible things you're saying.
You take a thing like spiritualism that a lot of honest people believe in and make a dirty racket out of it.
Carol, this man is mad. Make him leave this sacred place at once. Carol, what right have you to make such horrible implications?
Implications? Those were accusations. Would you like to see how those spirits of yours move trumpets around in the dark?
They couldn't be seen.
And how those spirit voices suddenly appear out of thin air? Look at these pictures.
Oh. How did you get these?
I cannot tell a lie. I did it with my little camera. Well?
All right, you've exposed me. But there was nothing malicious about it. If you knew the solace, the comfort of mind and spirit these things have brought to the people who come to me.
At $100 a crack, sometimes more.
Why not? Carol has money. So have the others who come to me.
Did you plan to make them all turn their insurance policies over to you? And then contrive to have them suddenly and unexpectedly join their immortal ancestors in the great beyond?
No, that wasn't my idea. Oh, I knew something like this might happen.
It has happened. Now, where is he?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Your assistant or colleague in crime would be a better word, who stood inside the curtained door of the seance room and made with the phony voices of the dead, who gave you all the information on Carol, who's probably done a nice little research job on me since my visit last night.
Yes, Mr. Dollar.
David.
I know all about your activity as an insurance investigator and why you're here. But it's not going to do you any good.
Oh, put that thing down and give yourself up, David.
So you're the one who arranged for me to be a beneficiary of Carol's policy, huh?
Stand back.
So the suspicion would fall on me when something happened to her?
Of course. And give us a chance to clear out. But now it's too late. And now that you've found us out. Well?
David, no. The light somebody turned on.
Look out, Della! Look out!
Are you dirty? pull a gun on me, will you?
Easy, easy, Johnny. Control yourself.
I'll knock you. Randy.
If you'll just get up off my chest.
Here, the lights.
But, David.
When I flicked off the lights, Tony here made a dive for him. Here he is, wrapped up in the corner there.
Yeah, I've got his gun.
Ooh, you got a mean left there, Johnny.
Oh, I'm sorry, Randy, but... See, I thought this was out of your jurisdiction.
I got curious about comparing your lousy photography with the room itself, Johnny, so I sneaked in the back door. When I saw what was going on, I lost my head, I guess. All right, Dave, up on your feet.
Oh, Johnny.
Easy, Carol. Better get her out of here, Tony.
Yeah, sure.
And remember that crack about blood will tell? Well, I think you can prove to her that in your case, at least, whoever said it was all wet. Well, what happens to David Sharp and Madame Morgana will be up to the courts. It's a cinch she's out of the ghost racket for a while. A long while. And, of course, Carol did make a change in her policy to cut off David. Expense account, item 20-something, cab back to New York, hotel bill, and fare back to Hartford, $417.35. Expense account total, $892.90. Oh, and if you don't mind, I'll hang on to that tricky little camera and stuff in case I run into another medium well done. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's intriguing story.
Next week, The Tears of Night Matter. A fabulous necklace and a fabulous girl. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. It is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote this week's story. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Lawrence Dobkin, Lorene Tuttle, Harry Bartell, Eleanor Audley, Joseph Kearns, Herb Vigran, Junius Matthews, Tony Barrett, and Sam Edwards. Musical supervision by Amerigo Marino. Be sure to join us on Monday night, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.
Welcome back. Well, part 5 was the best part of this series. But overall, I don't think I like the pacing of this one. And it kind of illustrates the upside and the downside of longer stories. Longer stories are often great. You can do a lot of character development. You can build a lot of twists and turns into your mystery. And it can lead to better stories. On the other hand, it can lead to taking a story and just padding it, which is what it feels like. This feels like we had enough story to make a very good half-hour episode, but stretched over 5 parts, it just doesn't work particularly well. But part 5 was definitely fun, And yeah, he should definitely hold on to that infrared camera, because even without mediums, that type of thing would definitely come in handy for a private detective or insurance investigator. All right, listener comments and feedback, and then to receive this from Rebecca. Rebecca says, we canceled our Sirius XM radio, so now we are listening to online shows, and your podcasts are at the top of our list. Well, thanks so much, Rebecca. That's not the first statement I've received about satellite radio, and I do wonder how much longer it'll be around. I was actually, when I was working on my novel, Slum Incorporated, in my initial imagination, I had my main character having satellite radio that he listened to all kinds of music on. Then I realized that he also had a smartphone, so he could just tune it into a bunch of radio stations, whichever one he wanted. But there may be some appeal that I'm missing here. All right, well, enough about that. Thanks so much for the comment, Rebecca. Let's go ahead, and we're going to pick up Carter Brown. We have 3 more serials, so 12 more weeks of Carter Brown, and we're going to start out with this episode, Belladonna Was Poison. As to the date of this particular serial, I'm not entirely certain. The radio log from AustralianOTR.com.au is able to track the first 31 weeks of the Carter Brown series. And this could have occurred either in week 32, week 34 or 35, or weeks 37 to 52. So somewhere between May 31st, 1958 and late October. So let's go ahead and take a listen to Belladonna Was Poison.
Carter Brown, Mysteries. Adventures in excitement and suspense, based on the best-selling novels by the slick storytelling sensation, Carter Brown.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? This is Carter Brown with another of my books for you. A story I've called Belladonna Was Poison. You could also call it Tempest in Television, only I wouldn't like to think this sort of thing normally happened in TV. As for my hero, well, I'm not going to tell you anything about him, except his name, Rock Stone. You can find out everything else from him.
In the glare of the bright lights, the woman backed away from me, her beautiful features contorted in fear and dismay. One elegant hand crept up to her mouth, and the tense posture of her body indicated the tumult of her racing thoughts. I stared at her, impassive, implacable, with just the faintest trace of a smile on my lips. Her voice, when it came, was husky and low.
You know.
I know, Mrs. West. I knew from the time you failed to identify your husband's body as your husband. I knew you were not Mrs. Adele West at all, but her twin sister, Adeline. You impersonated your sister in the hope of stealing the West diamonds.
You devil.
You murdered your sister so that you could take her place. What you didn't know, Adeline, was that only 3 hours before she had murdered her husband to prevent him discovering that she had pawned the West diamonds to pay her gambling debts.
I guess it's hopeless trying to fool you, Inspector Stone.
You can't fool the homicide squad. And don't bother to open your purse and grab for the gun inside. I took the precaution of emptying it 10 minutes ago.
No, you...
Okay, Sergeant. Take her away. It's like I always say, folks. There's no future in murder. The clue to next week's show will be seen in the windows of our sponsor, Lacey's Departmental Store, on Thursday morning. Make sure you take a good look, friends. A clue in itself can be a small thing, but it can lead to the electric chair. So, till next week, this is Inspector Rockstone bidding you good night.
Tune in next week, same time, same channel, for another story starring Rock Stone as the inspector, who proves that there's no future in murder.
Well, wraps it up for the night. All right, Fred, you can strike now.
That last scene played beautifully, I thought, Rock.
Say, thanks, honey.
Oh, it was fun being in the show with you. Do you think our producer was happy about it?
Our producer, Miss Arlene Malden, is a woman. But definitely. And who can tell what a woman thinks, huh?
Only another woman. So long, Rock.
So long, honey.
Well, that's another one over. It was a good show, Rock.
Arlene, coming from you, that's really something.
Why? Am I such a tyrant?
No. But there are enough distractions for an actor working in TV without a producer who puts so much vitality into her vital statistics.
You ought to pass snappy cracks like that on to Sam Long. You might be able to use them in next week's script.
And speaking of which, what's the gimmick for Lacey's window display the next show?
It's a Lulu. Let's walk over to your dressing room. I'll tell you all about it.
Fine. This noise isn't doing my ulcer any good.
You read Sam's script for the next show? Belladonna was poisoned, he's called it.
I had a quick look at it.
Well, we've had 2 dummies made. One of you and one of the girl who's murdered. The window dressers will set them up in the window, and on Thursday morning, when the blinds are lifted, the public will see you just entering the room with the girl's body slumped in a chair and an upturned glass on the table beside her.
Yeah, what's the vital clue?
The upturned glass, stupid. Don't you remember in the script the girl is poisoned with belladonna? In her last moment, she turns the glass upside down.
What for?
It gives a clue to the poisoner. The butler did it. And the butler always keeps the glasses upside down in the liquor cabinet.
Holy cow. Did Sam Long dream it up all by himself?
Do worry about your acting. I'll worry about the script.
Well, there's something else I'm worried about.
What?
These stunts you pull every week to tie in with the show, like this gimmick in Lacey's window. You know, I think we should drop them.
Not on your life. They're worth thousands of dollars in publicity.
Look, I had a nasty phone call from a real inspector of homicide last week about that stunt of yours with a girl in her underwear being chased by a gunman down 5th Street. Well, Inspector Jakes was very annoyed about the whole thing.
Forget it, Rock. We'll make a sizable contribution to the police pension fund or something the next couple of weeks. That'll keep them quiet. Anyway, this scene in Lacey's window shouldn't upset them.
I hope you're right, but I doubt it. Inspector Jakes made a lot of rude remarks to me.
Maybe he doesn't like your acting. Well, you better go and get your makeup off and have a good rest. I'll pick you up at 7 on Thursday morning.
7? Hey, that's in the middle of the night. But why should I be there? You usually handle these things yourself.
You're featured in this display. You're a dummy, remember?
Yeah, you flatter me. Oh, what a way to make a living.
Honey, I'd feel sorry for you if it wasn't for all that money you're making.
Mr. Stone, thank goodness you've come.
Yeah?
I've been waiting for you to come home. Oh, Mr. Stone, I have to talk to you.
Now, look, baby, I'm awfully tired. I'm about to open this door and hit the hay. You can't wait.
It's urgent, Mr. Stone.
Oh, okay. You better come in. Yeah. Now then, what's all this about?
My name is Hannah Vogue, Mr. Stone. I'm an actress.
Oh, congratulations.
I'm playing on one of your shows next week.
Well, that's fine.
I'm frightened, Mr. Stone. There's something wrong, terribly wrong.
If it's as bad as that, I can probably get them to rewrite your part for you.
I don't mean with my part or the show. I'm talking about real life. It affects you as well as me. It affects the whole show. I only found out by accident, and I'm scared, Mr. Stone. I don't know what to do. I'm afraid to go to the police because they won't believe me. And then he'll know, and I'll be...
Hey, is this some elaborate kind of a gag?
I knew it. You won't believe me either. You think I'm crazy before I've even told you what it's all about.
Honey, can you blame me? Go on, I'll listen.
No, what's the use? It's no good. You won't believe me. No one will believe me.
I must be dreaming. And I'm not even in bed. It was Thursday morning, just before Lacey's departmental store was due to open for business. Outside, there was already a crowd spilling over the sidewalk. Inside, there was a character with rimless glasses and a fixed smile. Arlene Malden introduced us.
Rock, this is Lacey's manager, Mr. Sebastian Sheep.
An honor to meet you, Mr. Stone. Or should I say, Inspector?
With a name like that and a line of dialogue like that, is he real?
I beg your pardon?
Oh, Mr. Stone likes his little joke. Remember Lacey's sponsor the show?
Well, perhaps you'd like to take a look at the display before we lift the blinds. I think you'll be very pleased with it.
We'd love to take a look, Mr. Sheep.
Splendid. There we are. You can step right into the window. Just take care not to disturb anything. The dummies are remarkable, I think. Just look at your likeness, Mr. Stone. How do you like meeting your double? And the girl.
Hey, isn't that Hannah Vogue?
It's a dummy of her. I didn't know you knew her.
Oh, we met.
It's amazingly lifelike, isn't it?
Amazing. Say, the gleam in that red hair. And how do you like that skin texture? Man, it looks like the real thing. Say, I wonder if it feels the same.
Ah! Don't do that. I must say, for a man who plays the part of a homicide cop, you're unduly sensitive to atmosphere.
You don't understand.
It's a compliment to our window dressers. Is that what you mean, Mr. Stone?
I tell you, you give me your hand, Arlene.
Oh, darling, how touching, but this isn't the place to hold hands.
I don't want to hold it. I want to guide it. And you feel...
Oh, well, of all that...
Yeah, you see what I mean? She's real. She's been murdered.
Murdered?
We'll have to get the police.
Yes, but we'll have to get the newspapers first.
What?
Do you realize this is the greatest publicity gimmick of all time? A real murder. A real corpse taking the place of a dummy in a window display.
I am thinking of it. And it's making my insides churn.
I'll call the papers first. I want them to get pictures of the police coming in the window. Then I'll call homicide.
Homicide. That means Inspector Jakes.
I suppose so. Why?
Goodbye.
Where are you going?
South America.
Don't be stupid, Rob.
Stupid? That Inspector Jakes was rude to me about a traffic block. What's he going to be about a murder?
Well, the great Inspector Stone, the wonder boy of Copland. There's no future in murder, he says, and he says it every week.
Hello, Inspector.
And now you've turned up a real-life corpse. It just so happens that the corpse is part of one of your corny publicity stunts. Did she volunteer to die for you?
I don't know a thing about it, Inspector Jakes, honest.
By a remarkable coincidence, every newspaper in town gets to hear about the murder before homicide does. You wouldn't have anything to do with that, would you, Inspector?
Oh, no.
Well, I'm going to do the right thing by you, Inspector. I wouldn't spoil your show for anything. Never let it be said that the homicide squad doesn't appreciate a fellow fighter against crime. Let the press boys in, Sergeant. Okay, quiet. That's better. Now I'm giving you boys a break. You can quote me on all of this.
Hey, you feeling all right, Inspector?
Yeah, I'm feeling fine. I'm never better. You boys know what's happened? The window was set for a publicity stunt for the TV show. There's no future in murder. Someone substituted a real corpse for the dummy.
That's not telling us a thing worth quoting.
I haven't finished. This is the bit that will interest you. I've just been talking to Inspector Rock Stone here, and he wants to go on record as saying that no one is going to get away with murder on his show.
Oh, now look.
He says he personally pledges himself to bring the murderer to justice, to solve his crime. And what's more, he doesn't wish for the cooperation of the homicide squad. He intends to handle it alone.
Hey, is that right?
That's a story for you. A real-life murderer turns Stone into a real-life cop. Who knows? Maybe he'll get himself murdered in the process.
Boy, what a story.
Okay, now you can blow. You get the story, and I hope you play it up big. I go on record as saying that the police department has the greatest respect for Inspector Stone's deductive powers, and they also know he has a hot lead which may well take him straight to the murderer.
Inspector Jakes, what's the idea?
I'm giving you a break. That's what. Every Tuesday night, you're so smart with a script somebody's written for you. Let's see how smart you are without a script.
But that crack about my having a hot lead. Supposing the murderer reads that. He might believe it.
He probably will.
He might kill me.
You never know. We might be lucky at that.
Yeah, but I don't want to...
I've given it to you on a plate. The camera's focused right on you. Go to it, Inspector.
Welcome back. Well, I'm not going to comment much on this. Basically, this is an episode where I don't need to analyze it all because the story is going for the ludicrous. So we'll find out what'll happen next week as the police bow out for actor Rock Stone in the next installment of Belladonna Was Poisoned. Join us for it next Friday. And we will have another Johnny Dollar series ready to start on Monday. And tomorrow, will be time for the lineup. Well, before we do get started, I want to encourage you, if you've not already, to pick up your copy of Powerhouse Hard Pressed. It's a great superhero comedy novel. I think you'll enjoy it if you enjoy classic superheroes. It is available as a paperback for the Kindle and also from audible.com and on the iTunes store as an audiobook. Also over at greatdetectives.net this weekend, I have my review of High Window by Raymond Chandler. That'll be posted on Saturday, and you can have my weekly article automatically sent to your Kindle and try that out for 2 weeks through the Kindle store. Well, now it's time for today's episode of The Lineup, and the title is Carger Cops a Clinker Case.
Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, the refreshing, delicious treat that gives you chewing enjoyment, presents for your listening enjoyment, The Lineup.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a moment we will take you by transcription behind the scenes of a police headquarters in a great American city, where under the cold, glaring lights will pass before us the innocent, the vagrant, the thief, the murderer. This is The Lineup.
Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum refreshes you. Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum gives you real chewing enjoyment. Yes, for chewing enjoyment plus refreshment, it's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. The lively, delicious flavor of Wrigley's Spearmint cools your mouth, helps keep your throat moist, and gives you a nice little lift. The good, smooth chewing of Wrigley's Spearmint helps keep you feeling fresh and alert, adds enjoyment to whatever you're doing. So for chewing enjoyment plus refreshment, treat yourself often to Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious.
There's your witness over in the second row. Yeah, I see her. Many in the line tonight? Yes, same as usual, about 28. No, I'll see you later. Yeah. Ms. Martin?
Oh, hello, Lieutenant.
This isn't too close for you, is it?
No, matter of fact, I'm a little nearsighted.
Mr. Martin didn't come with you, eh?
He had to work tonight.
I see. Well, I don't know if we have anybody even close to the man who robbed your apartment, but I want you to have a look, and if there's anything at all familiar about any of the suspects, don't hesitate to speak up.
I'll do what I can. What is it the papers call him? The phantom burglar?
Yeah, I think that's it.
May I have your attention, please? You people out there on the other side of the wire in the audience room, may I have your attention, please? Thank you. My name is Cogger, Sergeant Pete Cogger. I'll explain the lineup to you. Each of the suspects you will see will be numbered. I'll call off a number, their name, and charge. If you have any questions or identifications, please remember the number assigned to the prisoner as I call his name. If you're sure or not too sure of the suspect, have him held. The questions I ask these suspects are merely to get a natural tone of voice, so do not pay too much attention to their answers, as they often lie. All right, bring on the line. Okay, keep it moving. Right over here to the end of the stage. Now turn and face front. Hands at your sides, look straight ahead out through the screen. Okay, number 1, Charles Bendix, robbery. Step out, Charles.
Okay.
Hands out of your pockets.
Okay.
Where do you live, Charles?
764 West 65th Street.
At a house, hotel, or what?
House.
What's your business?
What you mean now?
You have a trade?
What do you mean now?
Okay, what do you do
that's
now?
not him. Too tall.
What did you do?
I was a mechanic.
Where'd you work when you were a mechanic?
I worked lots of places. Garages, gas stations.
Name some of the places.
Well, last place was about a year ago. It was Murphy's Garage.
Where's that?
On Adams.
Were you with anybody when you were arrested, Charles?
No.
You have a car?
Yeah, I have a car.
Describe it. Year, make, model, color?
Ford, sedan, black 48. You want a license number?
No. You have any weapons?
No, no one.
How about the gun we found in the back?
That wasn't mine.
Well, how'd it get there?
I don't know. I didn't put it there. I never saw it before.
Okay, Charles, step back. Number 2, John Miller, drunk and disorderly. You always wear glasses, John?
Yeah, they always.
Take 'em off.
The lights are awful bright. I wear these things so I don't have to look at nothing bright.
Take 'em off, John.
Okay. What?
Keep your head up.
I gotta keep my eyes closed then. The lights are too bright.
Keep them closed if you have to, but keep your head up so the people out there can take a good look at you.
Okay.
Where do you live, John?
Down by River Street.
What's the address?
There ain't none. I keep moving.
And you're not working?
No.
Did you ever work, John?
Oh, sure, I worked. I used to work quite a bit. That was a little while back. So.
Maybe if you stayed sober.
Oh, I tried that. I can't make it. That's tougher than working.
When was the last time you had a job?
Last time, some time ago, maybe 4 or 5 years.
What kind of a job was it?
I was with the railroad. I get a pension.
From the railroad?
Yeah, from the railroad.
Quite a few complaints against you, John.
Yeah, I guess so. I got out of line. I made a few people so. I didn't mean to. The stuff I got into me made me real mean.
What stuff?
I don't know. A friend of mine said it was good. I should have stuck to the grape stuff, but I took his word for it. I'm real sorry I did.
That's certainly not the man.
You can put your glasses on, John.
Yeah, I'm through?
Yeah, step back. Okay, number 3, Mario Gomez, robbery. Come on, Mario, step out.
Okay.
Where do you live, Mario?
Lincoln Hotel on the east side.
What do you
I
do,
don't see
Mario?
anybody up there that looks like the man.
Well, there's a lot more to look at.
How many?
You work for him.
Oh, quite a few. Might take a little while.
All right.
How many weapons on you when you were picked up?
Yeah.
Describe the weapons, Mario.
Just one, gun. 45.
Automatic, revolver, what?
Automatic.
Hey. Yeah, hello, Pete. Hey, you look a little tired.
Yeah, a little. Oh. No identification for Mrs. Martin, huh?
No. She looked at the whole bunch.
Well, we better get this guy. He's got the whole section on the north side locking their doors at 6 o'clock. Every time a housewife hears a stray cat, we get a call.
I know it. 4 robberies in 4 weeks. All with the same MO. I've got the whole neighborhood staked out, 5 cars and half a dozen men on the streets.
Funny how a guy will stick to one neighborhood like that.
A pretty wealthy neighborhood.
Yeah, but he's certainly no dummy. Professional all the way. You think a guy like that would keep moving. The more he works that area, the more chance he takes of getting picked up. You think he'd figure on that?
That's why we've got MO files. A lot of guys work like that. Get a good psychologist to tell you about it.
He scared the wits out of the Martin woman, didn't he?
Yeah. That's the first slip he's made. Probably thought she was out. He's never gone into a place with anybody in it before.
Maybe he's just getting brave.
I don't think so. When she screamed, he ran.
He had a gun, huh?
Well, according to Mrs. Martin. But you know how people get when something like that happens. Burglar sneaks in and surprises them, and they tell you later he was carrying a machine gun. If there were 2 witnesses, chances are they both have different stories.
Here it is, pal.
You know what?
Our boy just robbed another house in the same area.
There's Asher.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. When'd you get here?
A couple of minutes. The woman who owns the house came home about 15 minutes ago, put in the call.
Talk to her?
Yeah. Got a little history. Crockett's around back. Guy got in through the bedroom window.
You get much?
Quite a bit, according to the woman. Named Strickland. Her husband's out of town. Boy, I don't know how he did it. We got this neighborhood covered like a blanket.
Now, this guy's smart. He's proved it 5 times now.
Yes? Oh, come in.
Oh, thank you. Mrs. Strickland, this is Lieutenant Guthrie and Sergeant Carger.
How do you do?
Miss
How do you do?
Well, this is certainly something new in my life. I've never been robbed before. I was frightened for the moment when I saw the house was such a mess and that things were missing. Oh, won't you sit down?
Thank you.
Did he take much, Mrs. Strickland?
Well, quite a bit. I don't know for sure, but I'll be able to tell better after I make a complete check. I think I saw him.
Saw him?
Yes, the burglar. I think I saw him run around the house.
You get a good look at him?
Well, it happened so fast, it startled me. And the only thing I could think about were my antiques. We've had a number of burglaries in this neighborhood.
Well, then you didn't see him very well.
I don't think I could identify him if I saw him again. It happened too fast. And very frankly, I was too frightened.
Crocked out back now, Dave?
Yeah, Ben. You want him?
No. Lab boy's coming over?
Put in a call right away.
Could I make you some coffee or something?
Well, thank you. I'm sorry, but we're liable to be here for a little while. This might take some time.
Oh, that's quite all right. Anything I can do?
Now, don't touch anything until we're done. We want to check for prints.
Well, I'm afraid I've already...
Well, that's all right, but try to leave everything just as it is now, will you?
All right. I'll go put a pot of coffee on.
Well, thank you very much.
Nice.
Yeah. Wish everybody was that cooperative. Well, let's go out and see if Crockett's turned up anything. Pete, call in and make a report, will you?
Right.
Dick?
Yeah, over here. Hi.
Hi. Find anything?
I don't know. Not much, anyway. Mrs. Strickland said he went over the fence. I went out in the alley. Come here. It's mostly gravel, but right along the fence here. See it?
Oh. A heel print.
Uh-huh. Not a very good one, but it might be his.
Get the lab to make a cast.
That's about all I've been able to turn up.
And this guy's beginning to be a nuisance.
Yeah, and we're beginning to look a little silly. Whole area staked out, and he pulls one off right under our noses.
Maybe he likes it that way. Maybe he hates cops.
Well, one thing's for sure. He's not making himself any friends. Come on.
What time has it been?
11:30. Got a long time to go.
Who's got the duty at 3?
Coyne and Asher. You know, they should put in more streetlights around here.
Yeah. Funny if he moved to another neighborhood. Phantom burglar strikes while the police are looking for him 10 miles away.
Swell.
It's been 3 days. Maybe he's had enough. Maybe he moved on. Hey, wait a minute. Guy over there.
Well, let's check him.
Hey.
Me?
Yeah, come here.
What's wrong?
You live around here?
Yes, right down the block.
What's the address?
205 East Maple.
Any identification on you?
My driver's license.
May I see it, please? John Milford?
That's correct.
How old are you, Mr. Milford?
I'm 38. July 19th, 1914. I've never been stopped like this before.
Pretty late to be taking a walk.
I guess it is, but I've been working late. I'm a ricer.
There you are, Mr. Milford. We're just checking.
All those burglars?
Yeah. How long have you lived in the neighborhood, Mr. Milford?
Oh, about 7 years.
Okay, thanks. Sorry to bother you.
It's all right.
Looks like a writer.
How can you tell?
Well, I don't know. He just does. The way he dresses, you know.
No, I don't know. But if you do, start concentrating on burglars. I'll give a month's pay if you could pick out the boy we want.
Oh, it's nearly 3. Boy, am I going to sleep.
Yeah. We got the 4 to 8 tomorrow. Now, hold it a minute.
What?
Now, stop the car.
What is it?
Back it up. I thought I saw something in that alley. See anything?
Well, wait till I throw the light down.
Looks clear to me. I could have sworn. Hey, there. Hey, you! Stop! Hey! Pete?
Go get him.
How bad is it?
I'm all right. Go get him.
Yeah. Pete.
I think I got one in the hip.
Hey, you're bleeding pretty bad. Here, let me take a look. Maybe I can stop it. Pete. Pete. Come on, boy. Pete! Friends, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you'll enjoy chewing Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. Chew Wrigley's Spearmint while you're working. The lively, full-bodied flavor of Wrigley's Spearmint gives you a refreshing little lift. The smooth, pleasant chewing of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum helps keep you feeling relaxed and satisfied. Makes your job seem easier. Chew Wrigley's Spearmint Gum in your home, when you're out walking or driving, when you're enjoying outdoor sports and other activities. Wrigley's Spearmint Gum tastes good anytime, and the natural chewing aids digestion and helps keep your teeth bright and attractive. Yes, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you'll enjoy chewing Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. Now, back to the lineup.
Dr. Gorson, report to second floor desk. Dr. Gorson, second floor desk, please.
Won't you let me go down to the kitchen and get you some coffee, Lieutenant?
No, thanks, Steve.
You're wearing out the floor.
Yeah. How long you had this duty, Steve?
Huh? Oh, I guess about 4 years now. Oh, excuse me. Emergency Officer Shelton. I haven't heard anything yet. Lieutenant Guthrie's here. Yeah, hold it. It's for you, Lieutenant.
Oh, thanks.
Sergeant Quine.
Right. Hello, Quine.
No news, huh?
He's been in surgery for nearly an hour now.
How bad it was to you?
I don't know. You get a lab report on that heel print yet?
Got a good cast. We're checking it. Got the whole area covered good. Feet must have hit him. We found some blood at the end of the alley.
I wish I'd gotten a better look at him. One thing's sure, he can run. I don't think he's very old.
Well, I'll keep in touch.
I'll let you know as soon as I hear something.
Right, fine.
Thanks, Steve.
You sure you would like some coffee or some tea or something, Lieutenant?
Oh, thanks. You like tea?
Oh, not much. I never drink it much. Sometimes iced tea when it's real hot, you know. Iced tea's good on picnic.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah, but so's beer. I think I like beer better. Except on picnics, I usually bring the kids and the wife makes iced tea.
What time is it?
It's 10 minutes later than the last time you asked. You'll be okay, Lieutenant. Gunshot takes a long time.
Yeah, it sure does.
Oh, here comes the doc.
Hello, Ben.
Hi.
You look like you ought to be in bed.
He's walked 20 miles. How's the patient?
Don't be all right. Who's got a cigarette?
Here.
It's a bad wound. You'll be there for a while, sir. You got a match?
Here, lighter.
Thanks. He's lost some blood. I don't think it'll be wise to see him until tomorrow. But he'll be all right.
You got the slug?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pretty flattened out.
I'm not going to tell much with that. It'll be okay, though, huh?
Sure.
Well, thanks.
Thanks for the cigarette. I'll see him in the morning.
So long.
He's a good doctor.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you, Steve.
You going to get some sleep?
I'm going to get the guy who shot Pete. Then I'll get some sleep. Morning.
You see Pete?
I just got back from there. Poor guy. Feels rotten.
How long's he in for?
At least a month. Actually, he's pretty lucky, though.
Yeah. Well, we've come up with exactly nothing. Still checking the heel print, but it doesn't look good. Strickland woman reported losing about $5,000 in clothes and jewelry. Went over the area good, but didn't turn up a thing. This guy's really smart.
He's clever. And when he used that gun, he stopped being smart. Morning, Asher.
Okay, huh?
Yeah, I saw him a few minutes ago. He's going to be all right.
Why don't we get up a collection and buy him a pretty nurse or something?
You got a lab report?
Yeah. Can't tell a thing from that slug. Too flattened out.
Okay. This is the way we set it up. We're pretty sure our boy's hurt. There was blood in the back of the alley. I want every small hospital, emergency station, drugstore, any place that he might go to get aid checked, particularly in that area.
Well, Ben, that's a lot of territory.
If he's hurt bad enough, he's going to go for help. I don't care how long it takes or how much territory we've got to cover, but I want it checked. He's smart enough to know a doctor would turn in gunshot wound report and maybe detain him, so he might try to take care of it himself.
How about some of the men we got on file that are out of practice?
Right. I want every questionable doctor we've got a record on checked. I don't think he'll try any more jobs, even if he isn't hurt badly, but we know he hasn't tried to unload any of his takes, so he just might try to do it now, get some money and skip.
Well, we've got all those sources covered and distributed circulars to every hawk shop in the city.
Well, that's what I want. Hospitals, drugstores, pharmacies, pawn shops, all our potential connections checked and double-checked. I want this guy. I really want him. Guthrie.
Ben, think we got something.
What?
Dr. Brennan over on Temple called in about a man he just treated for a gunshot wound.
Right. I'll meet you down there in the garage. Let's go, boys.
I drive up. Come in.
Dr. Brennan?
That's right.
I'm Guthrie. This is Sergeant Quine.
I tried to get him to stay. I called you as soon as he left.
And what did he look like?
Well, he was about my size. Maybe a few inches taller, but not much more. He was dark and, I'd say about 30 or a little less. Wasn't an old man. I guess he weighed around, about as much as I do. Maybe 150 or 55.
What was he wearing?
A dark suit, an old one. Funny thing, too, he had on tennis shoes. You know, the low one. First thing I noticed about his clothes, wearing a suit with white tennis shoes.
How bad was he hurt?
The wound wasn't too serious. He'd lost some blood. Bullet went through the arm, about 8 inches up from the wrist. Missed the bone. He said he'd been cleaning his gun. I told him I'd have to make out a report, and he didn't seem to mind. He gave me his name and address and started to leave. That's when I thought something was wrong. I asked him to stay until I phoned in the report, and he got kind of nasty, so I didn't press it. He looked like he could have... Well, he kind of scared me, so I let him go and called you.
Well, you've done fine, Doctor.
I gave him a prescription.
Prescription?
Yes. I told him to come back tomorrow to have the arm treated, but he said he'd be out of the city, so I gave him a prescription.
What was it for?
Oreomycin ointment.
Yeah, that could do it. How long ago did you leave?
About 20 minutes, I'd say.
Now, look, there's only one all-night pharmacy open this early, isn't there?
Yes, Dirkson's. 8 o'clock would probably be the earliest on the rest. Maybe there's some open earlier, but I wouldn't know.
Well, thank you, Doctor. We'd like you to look at our mug file if you don't mind.
All right.
What address did he give you?
I wrote it down.
Thanks. John Smith, 9967 South Selby.
That's probably fine.
Well, we'll check on it anyway. If he has that prescription filled, we'll get him.
Isn't any of these.
Well, here's another batch, Doctor.
Crime flourishes in our fair city.
I hate to admit it, but you're right. The man you're looking for shot a policeman.
Let's hope I find him.
How's it coming? Nothing yet.
No, just a slight case of astigmatism.
Well, if he fills that prescription, we'll nail him. I put out an APB and every precinct in the city is cooperating. Now, what about the address?
Yeah, phony like we figured. Building there all right, but it's a gas station.
How are they covering the drugstores and pharmacies?
Circulars, and most of them will be staked out. Anyone filling a prescription for oreomycin ointment will be immediately held. Here.
What?
This is the man.
Oh, Richard Davis, alias Richard Davy.
Anyone know him?
No, last time arrested, 1936, petty theft.
He's graduated.
He's the man. He looks older now, but that's the man.
Did 6 months and a day, 3 previous arrests.
All minor.
Get out an APB.
I'll get it.
You've been a big help, Doctor.
I'm glad to do it. I could use some breakfast.
Well, come on. We'll go downstairs, and I may have a bite to eat with you.
Okay. Ben.
Yeah?
Report from Color Drugstore on Adams.
Davy?
I don't know, but the man's got his left arm in a sling.
It was his left arm.
And he just asked to have a prescription filled for oreomycin ointment.
I'll meet you inside.
Right.
Yes, sir?
Where's the manager?
Well, I'm the day manager. Is there something I can do for you?
You, Mr. Simpson?
Yes.
I'm Lieutenant Guthrie.
Oh, the man left.
How long ago?
Well, not more than 3 or 4 minutes, sir, just before you came in.
Did you see which way he went?
No, but he'll be back.
Well, how do you know that?
Well, he has to pick up his prescription, the Originating. I told the prescriptionist to tell him it'd be about 20 minutes, and he said he'd be back. I got the circular this morning when we opened, and the minute he ordered the prescription, I called you. His arm is in a sling.
Well, look, tell me, does he look like this picture?
Yes, that's the man. Yeah. What's he done?
Now, look, if he comes back...
Oh, he will. I purposely told him it'd be 20 minutes, so I'd have time to call you, and you'd have time to get him.
All right, then, when he comes back, we'll take him as quietly as possible.
Ben?
He's not here.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but he should be back to pick up his prescription. This is Mr. Simpson, the day manager.
How do you do, sir?
This is Sergeant Klein. He'll be with me.
Won't be any shooting, is there?
I don't think so, Mr. Simpson.
Just go about your business and don't mention this to any of the other employees.
All right.
Now, take me over and introduce me to your prescriptionist.
It's over 20 minutes, Ben.
Yeah.
Think you got scared?
Yeah, no telling. That manager might have tipped it. He's not very convincing.
No. Well, if he comes in, he won't get out. Building's covered all the way around.
I hope he gets in.
Well, I just cannot understand it.
Now, what, Mr. Simpson?
He said he'd be back in 20 minutes.
Were you nervous at all?
Nervous?
Did you do anything that might have frightened him?
Oh, no. The prescriptionist came over to me and told me that the man ordered the prescription, and I called you immediately. I told the prescriptionist to tell him that the prescription wouldn't be ready for 20 minutes.
That's all?
Why, absolutely.
You didn't talk to the man yourself?
Oh, no, certainly not. Why, he would have been suspicious.
Well, we'll just keep waiting. Been in here for over an hour.
Now, why don't you go get some coffee? You can watch the door.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. This could go on all day.
Go ahead. Wait a minute.
Huh?
Just come in.
Yeah, he's coming this way.
Yeah, that's Davis, all right. The way he's carrying that arm in a sling, he could have a gun in it.
How do we do it?
Walk up and take him. If he starts swinging that arm, stop him. Stand right where you are, Davis.
What's going on? We're the police.
Well, what do you want? Let's have a look at that swing. Don't move it.
Don't move a muscle.
We don't want to scare the people in the store.
What is this?
All right. Now turn around and walk with us out of the store. Don't make any trouble.
Wait a minute. I want to know what this is all about.
You're under arrest. Now turn around and start walking.
Under arrest for what?
Grand theft and attempted murder.
You're crazy.
All right, hold it.
Look, I'm going to be late for work. I work in an office.
Stand still. 38, man.
You always carry your gun to work?
Okay, I won't get any trouble.
I start walking. Car's down the street.
I got a prescription back in there.
You pay for it?
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Remember, friends, Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum refreshes you. Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum gives you real chewing enjoyment. The lively, full-bodied flavor of Wrigley's Spearmint cools your mouth, freshens your taste, sweetens your breath. The smooth, pleasant chewing of Wrigley's Spearmint helps keep you feeling relaxed and satisfied. Makes whatever you're doing more enjoyable. Yes, for refreshment plus chewing enjoyment, treat yourself often to Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Millions enjoy it daily. Get a few packages and always keep some handy. That's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious.
The Lineup, starring Bill Johnstone as Lieutenant Ben Guthrie, with Jack Moyle as Sergeant Pete Carger, was written by Blake Edwards with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were Hy Averback, Virginia Gregg, Bill Conrad, Stacey Harris, Harry Lang, Peter Leeds, Gene Bates, John Stevenson, and Howard McNear. The Lineup was transcribed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle. Next week at the same time, you'll hear J. Carrol Naish once again, starring as the lovable Luigi. Remember, Life with Luigi returns next week at this time over the CBS Radio Network.
Welcome back. Well, interesting announcement for Life with Luigi. I love that show. But kind of a subtle way of saying, that the lineup wouldn't be back the next week. The lineup was not done. It went on a brief hiatus of about a month, which I guess would give time for the wounded officer to recover. So there'll be a gap in time between this week's episode and next week's, but no lost episodes. A couple weeks back, I got a question from Mark Meany, who said, I was wondering if Blake Edwards, that wrote the show, is the same Blake Edwards who directed the movie 10. And the answer is yes. I think I may have addressed it very briefly a week or so ago, but I don't think very well. Blake Edwards really got a start in radio. Probably what he was most famous for in radio was he was the writer of the early Richard Diamond series programs. And, of course, he went on to a lot of bigger things in cinema. But, truth be told, it all started with radio and Richard Diamond, and a lot of those scripts became some of the more lighthearted Johnny Dollar series. You see the type of humor that appealed to him and played into things like the Pink Panther movies. Of course, in the lineup, we see something that's a little bit more serious. And for most of his life, Edwards wasn't even aware of old-time radio going on, and people still continuing to have interest in the series. I read somebody was working with him in 2008, 2009, just before he died, and he was just, and told him that he had just been listening to some Richard Diamond, and he was just, absolutely floored by that people were listening to and enjoying the material he had put out, nearly 60 years previously. All right, well, that will wrap it up for now. We'll be back on Monday with a new Johnny Dollar serial. And join us back here next Saturday for another episode of The Lineup. Send your comments to box13 at greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter at Radio Detectives and become one of our friends on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Detectives. From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham, signing off.